What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning into the Games Done Quick Hotfix. My name is Smooth Operative, and welcome to a very special episode of Time Capsule. As you all know, it is spooky season, and what better way to celebrate than with your favorite 90s Halloween heroes? Which means that tonight we are traveling back to multiple game years from the 1990s in an all-Sega showcase featuring Resident Evil on Sega Saturn, and later Batman Forever, Spider-Man, Sonic 1 and 2, all for the Sega Genesis. But before we get into the speedruns, let's cover a few announcements. First of all, AGDQ 2023 online will be happening January 8th through the 15th, and game submissions are closed, but feel free to tweet at us at Games Done Quick and let us know what you're hoping to see on the schedule. You can also go to gamesdonequick.com for more information on that. And Fright Fatales is coming up soon. It is the one-day event happening October 23rd to celebrate spooky season even further with dark, scary, and horror-themed speedruns, all brought to you by the Frame Fatales community. You can use the command !Fright in Twitch chat to see what is on the schedule for that. And now, since he has been waiting so very patiently, please welcome Retro Brando for Resident Evil. Hi, Brando.
Can they see this Home Alone mug? Isn't that cool?
I love it.
How you guys doing today? Thank you for coming out to watch my speedruns. Yeah, if you guys don't know me, I'm Retro Brando. I like to speedrun a lot of games, especially retro games, movie games specifically, whether they're good or bad. And I am a huge fan of RE1. I run mini ports, and we're going to be doing something pretty cool today. We're going to be running the Sega Saturn port, which has some pretty neat differences despite its load times, but it's a pretty neat playthrough because all the differences I'll be explaining throughout the run. So if you guys are ready, I can just jump right into it.
Right on, let's go.
Got to find that second controller first. I got a surprise for you guys. I got a good surprise.
Okay.
So before the IGT starts, you can even do this on the speedrun. You can actually change your costume in it, which is a Saturn exclusive, these two outfits to start with. Once I'm on the 1998 screen, I just hold the left trigger and the right trigger. On controller 2 and on controller 1, I just press start until the text shows up, and Chris will have his Blue Stars outfit. Yahoo!
Even Chris is getting in costume. Love it.
Yeah, he's getting dressed up. He's trying to be cute. All right. New game. All right, we just got to pick the character. Yeah, some people don't know about this because sometimes these sites will have like these cheats, and it looks like something I would write because half of them are made up. But I went and checked this one out. It's definitely a thing. All right, I'll let you know when to start the timer.
For sure.
So it's left trigger, right trigger, start, hold it. Sometimes it doesn't go through. Sometimes it does. And then when the text scrolls up, I just let it go then because, I don't know. All right, let's see if it worked. If not, you get, his iconic green outfit, so it's a win-win regardless. I did set up the next run, which is the battle game with Jill, so you get both characters in her alternate costume. All right, go ahead, start now. Sorry.
Okay. Now. Good luck. We're doing it.
That's his alternate costume. Yeah, it's the blue one.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, it's a Saturn exclusive.
Where's Baron?
Hell yeah.
Well, I'm sorry.
He's got them RE5 muscles.
Yeah, actually, he really does.
Yeah. So in this port, as you can tell, like it's not as sharp.
What is that?
The load times are much longer.
Okay, Jill and I
But
stay in the hall.
they redid all the 3D models. They're a little bit like clunkier, but
Chris,
the animations don't clip as much as you would see in the PlayStation port.
take care.
I feel like Capcom really likes Sega. Like they did put a lot of work into the Sega ports, despite having some issues on the Saturn.
Yeah, it's like weird actually seeing this because it's Resident Evil, but it feels a little different, So I am excited to see all the differences we have for the Saturn.
Oh, there's quite a bit. I would just like ramble on about him now, but I want you guys to be surprised. This is why I picked Chris. I mean, he is my favorite category to run on any percent. Nothing wrong with Jill, but this one shows the most differences. And then Jill's better for battle games, so it works out. But yeah, this is basically the Chris any percent route, but what's been decided on speedrun.com is that we just add the skips in because with such a slow run like this with the load times, any skips that you can do just shortens the time. And the only one that's been tested that can actually work is chemical skip. So it adds a nice variety to change something up. So it's not like you're running the same any percent on, like, let's say PlayStation, which I love to run on. But yeah, the chemical skip's pretty neat. I actually have fun doing that one, but not when I mess it up. I was going to say something else really important, but I already forgot. So just wait till my one brain cell. Oh, but yeah, one thing that's always been a theory that's finally been tested last year, which I went for, is that Jill is a bazooka run on PC, but we found it because of the load times on Saturn, even on emulator, like console, any of that stuff. It's faster to go bazooka-less, especially on Saturn. It's kind of wild. But yeah, Saturn, you know, for it being the Saturn port, this is a very pricey game now. It's like, I think, if you have it in mint condition used, like I was lucky and got it really cheap back in the day and collected it. But now it goes for like $300 to $400 in like really good condition.
Oh, you better hold on to that copy of yours.
I just sold it 2 hours ago. Nah, yeah, that's, you know, I've been selling off a lot of my collectibles, but like, yeah, that's one thing I'll probably always keep. Same with the Toy Biz figures. All right, so Chris is basically a knife only run until the very end. It feels so weird because a lot of time on these hot fixes, I do like these short runs. This is going to be quite the adventure, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, this is like the adventure through the spooky mansion.
All right, he's being a jerk. Okay, that was a 3 slicer, which wasn't too bad. If he does 4, it's not very fun. I did chop it. I think I chopped his hand off. But yeah, I would say, in my opinion, that the characters don't look as good on Saturn, except Saturn Chris. He's very handsome. I know some of my subs have Saturn Chris. Good looking man. But other than that, like, the monsters in it look really good. Like, the blood looks much darker. Like, I always thought these zombies look really good on Saturn. Okay. He threw up on my brand new vest. My brand new vest.
And Brando actually dressed up for Plant 42 today.
Yeah, I'm trying. I've been trying all these different strats because Plant 42 in this version, because you have to knife them. PC plays. It's really not that bad. Well, I realized that when I ran Saturn, he's just a big jerk, and I've tried every strat. So now I'm just trying to be cute. Maybe that will distract him. I don't know, man. You don't know until we get there. Here's Rebecca.
Whoa!
From Bravo Team.
What? Oh!
Probably sprayed Chris because she thought he was supposed to wear green.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
She was really caught off guard by the outfit change.
Yes.
I like his little Jeff Goldblum laugh where he's like, that's okay.
I just joined the Stars Bravo team last
All right.
month. Well, I'm really sorry. Are you all
Can someone like mod this game and just have his eyes like completely red? Because I think getting sprayed in the face with bug repellent wouldn't feel very good and probably can't see
Because
anything.
the helicopter made a forced landing. I just
Also,
ran into this house
I
anyway.
don't currently have chat up, but if you guys have any questions regarding this port, feel free to ask me. I know a lot about this game, so any questions you guys have, I'm your guy.
Yeah, I'll be taking a look at chat. So, but I actually think that
anything silly though. Don't be asking
there are
anything silly.
probably a few of you that know quite a lot about Resident Evil in general. So feel free to chime in if you know the answer to something that maybe Brando doesn't.
Yeah, please tell me. This is my first time playing. I just told Tippy I run it. All right, so we're gonna grab the sword key, which pretty interesting with this skip route. I don't know what we're even calling it now. It's just like you only can do one major glitch, which is chemical skip. All the other ones, maybe they're possible, but I see it at the moment being like a task thing. You got to say no to Rebecca.
It's pretty dangerous outside.
If you say yes, she's going to.
I understand.
It's going to ruin the run, and then she's gonna be helping you out the entire time, and then you have to make the V-jolt and play as her.
Well, I'll look over the chemicals.
I think we have an interesting question. Is the Sega Saturn version region locked?
You mean like in terms of like run? No, yeah, you would need to unlock it, the region for it. Like if that's what you mean, like if you're playing like on American Saturn and then you want to play, you have the Japanese version, it's not going to work unless you have an action replay. But in terms of load times, yeah, there's different models that we've been testing that runs the game faster. So sorry about this because so normally you want to do a knife pause cancel, but with the loads being so bad, it actually takes longer. So here's the thing that makes Saturn a really hard speed run is that with the loads, even though the screen is pitch black, your player is active to move on screen. So if you stand there and wait for the screen to show up, you're losing a half a second each room. I really don't like this thing.
Do you generally
redo the room.
Do you generally have a good idea of like what I guess direction you're going in when you go through a door? Is it always like forward, or it depends on the room?
Yeah, it's kind of like memorization. Like the best thing you can do in the game is pre-turns, but I always say pre-turns are non-existent. I don't know why everybody can do this chemical skip easy, and I've always done no major glitches, and then here I come always messing it up. I don't know. I was running a lot of Jill, and their turning timing is a lot different. There we go. So if you overturn, I noticed, and then if you turn too less like I did, you won't get it. Yeah, I'm a little weird about this chemical skip. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it's okay. We all have our flaws, right? I just don't like that chemical skip. I think it's cool looking, but it's funny. I do these crazy glitches and zips in retro games, and I can't get past a little plant. Just normal strats here. The thing is, in this run, you're going to want to discard the sword key, so I have to unlock that door. So if I use all the doors that require the sword key, it'll just let me drop it, so I don't have to bank it. So the route is kind of similar. It's just slightly different than no major glitches. See how I bounced off that wall, and he was already touching the wall, basically? So when it was loading, he was already at the wall. So normally I would do a pre-turn there, but it's actually faster because I timed it to just hold up and left. So right here, I'm going to hold up and left, and he was already touching the piano. So if you try to pre-turn there, you end up losing a little bit of time. Chris unfortunately can't read.
Well, he must have passed the exam to get into stars, no?
Nah, they're like, you're good, man, you're fine.
Chris is just not allowed to read music.
She's like, it's me, Chris. He's like, I can't tell because you just sprayed me in the face. I always try to with these older games, they're so cheesy and corny. And that's why I love them, It's like an old Romero type of experience. But I always try to justify the game if it doesn't make sense. So I just say, when he says, "Is that you, Rebecca?" I was like, well, he says that. I try to get into the lore because she sprayed him in the face and he can barely see. So little things to try to justify the game's actions of doing certain routes or things that don't work.
That's interesting. I wouldn't have picked up on a dialogue like that. That's kind of cool touch.
Well, you know me, I'm always good at making stuff up.
God damn it.
Wait, what is that?
He's like, that was real bad.
Chris, may I practice for a while?
Oh, you know what they did on the Saturn exclusive? She was already terrible on PC and PlayStation. They made her even worse on Saturn. It helps the speedrun because I noticed that my lines are the fastest on this port because I am trying to get away from her piano playing. I actually play piano, so when I hear the wrong note, it just stings. It's like boom. So what makes this route different is instead of going through the blue double doors, we actually do that last heading to the guardhouse. I'm just gonna. What happens is when Rebecca's practicing, it's not like a time limit. You just have to go into the main hall and turn around, and that triggers her to be finished. I do love the music in this game. I was debating with a lot of people. Kind of hurt my feelings. I think this mansion's gorgeous. Everything about it is just cool looking. And I've been talking to people this mansion's ugly. Ugly wallpaper. Because, the remake mansion looks really good. But I always thought this mansion was, pretty mansion. I always thought it was good.
I was gonna ask if you felt like the mansion had like different colors or something in the Saturn version, because like it looks like a little different. I can't quite figure out
Colorful?
if they like. Yeah, it looks really colorful.
So the Saturn version's very, very colorful. Like it's a lot. It's very, yeah. That's one thing that I actually kind of like about it. Is that, yeah, it's more colorful. Like I would have loved to show you guys Barry in this. Barry has a straight up like spray on tan. He's so orange. It's unbelievable. He looks like a floating orange, man.
That's amazing. I guess we won't run into Barry during this run.
No, I wish we did. But like I said, this is like the run that will show off the most differences, and then the battle game for Jill is just awesome. I want to actually get into running that soon. I was just de-rusting it yesterday, and I caught on pretty quickly. There's a new route currently for it, because I ran it like 5 years ago. Showtime and Rayclesis, I noticed they were grinding it for a while. I was a little late to the party. So the model, what I call is the model 3200, is so far what's been tested is the fastest Saturn model. The 3220 hasn't been tested, but like it's funny that the first model is the fastest for this game. Well, that guy just got juked out. I thought he was going to bite me. So what I tested is, it's fun to test things. I love doing that kind of stuff. I love strat hunting. I love like, digging deep into games and timing certain sections. And, sometimes something might look faster, but it's good to test it. Shout out to my buddy Emil too. He actually ended up getting me a pedal, which makes it easier to time these things.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
that
thing's
does
awesome.
come in handy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I really like it.
Chris!
Still, for timing stuff, I try to do it in a speedrun, and then I step on it like 3 times, and I'm like 3 splits down. I'm like, oh crap.
You like it?
I don't know. Chris looks kind of disgusted. He's like,
I mean, Rebecca, she's doing her thing.
How do I tell her this doesn't sound very good?
Oh, that was great.
They're so calm, man. It's just such a funny thing. But yeah, I think I like this mansion and everything, because if you notice, it has like a very like
that?
80s look to it, Like I like, and it kind of like gives off the Shining vibes. It's very old school looking, which I've always liked about it. And I always liked RE1. Like the other ones are great. Like I love the OG REs, but this one's just so unique and different. It's like a mystery horror game where it's like, you can take different routes, get different cutscenes, and based off choices, you end up you get the consequences for it. It's it's a lot of decision making that ends up what ends up being your outcome at in the end of the game to get good ending or bad ending. So yeah, the lines in this are slightly different due to the load. So the lines that would be slower in PlayStation and PC are actually faster on Saturn. Unless you get like a perfect pre-turn when you can't see it, which is highly unlikely. Oh, this part's gonna make me a little nervous, because dodging yawn on Saturn's not fun. It gets laggy up there. I mean, I do fine most of the time. I don't get bit, but you never know, because it's a little more nerve-wracking. But dodging them in general is not bad, but Saturn's always going to make me slightly nervous. And that's what we got to do now.
This is a fun question. What is the most unique cutscene that not a lot of people know about? I feel like with your experience in Resident Evil, you must know the most interesting.
And I can explain how you get it too. It's a bit of a gory one that, a lot of stuff that was taken for remake was actually in RE1, which people don't know about. You can actually meet Rebecca first with Richard in this, just like remake. And then when you save Rebecca in that little study room, because of that hunter, that can actually happen in this. But the way to do it is meet Rebecca with Richard, wait for him to wait like, I don't know what the time is exactly, the 20 minutes for him to die and don't save him with the serum. And then you go back to the mansion, you hear her scream, and then you got to wait another 5 minutes. And then when you enter the room, you get the bad cutscene. If you go in anything before 5 minutes, she ends up running out and Chris saves her. But if you're too late, it literally, she gets like cut in the chest twice. And then she tries to run out the door, and then she gets her head chopped off. Like literally, it's pretty brutal. But it's a very if you guys YouTube it, it's on there. Someone already like uploaded it. It's actually kind of like brutal. I got like the craziest cutscenes when I was a kid. I ended up getting that on my arranged playthrough because the first RE I've ever beaten was arranged mode, which is my absolute favorite. It's basically the hard mode of this that they end up making because they try to compensate for the cancellation of Resident Evil 2, which is what we call like 1.5 now. So they wanted to trick people that were very experienced in this by moving most of the items around. All right. Yeah, this is not fun on Saturn. He bit my boot. There's a snake in my boot. That was close, but that GG on that one.
Yeah,
holy.
GG.
It's just an animation thing, so it's just a timing thing, but you just gotta juke him a bit. But that was a... Whew, dog. I mean, I don't mess it up when I'm practicing on stream, but like when you're doing it for like a hot... You want to do your best, right? But it ain't over yet. There's a lot... Saturn is rough. I remember... Oh, I don't want to spoil it. I'll tell you guys later. Saturn, I will say this, and I hope this like makes perfect sense because I have respect for anybody that runs like the PC, PlayStation. Saturn is the hardest version to speedrun. Not competitive wise, not even close, just in terms of speedrunning it. Because to be honest, I just love Sega, and I don't know, this port's very nostalgic to me. It was like one of the first games I streamed. I always had a soft spot for the Saturn port. It's just not a very good speed game, and they make it much more difficult. It's just a rough version to run. But yeah, in terms of optimization and all that, no, not even close. It's just a hard version to speedrun.
I guess on that note,
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so if the Saturn version is as hard as you say it is, what made you decide to run the Saturn version? Like, just looking for a new challenge, or wanted to conquer them all?
It's a bit of nostalgia, and I just remember, like, before I started streaming, I ended up getting the copy for $35. I ended up going to, like, Craigslist, and someone was selling a lot of their, like, a big lot of Sega Saturn games. Talk about being lucky. Whew! God, Saturn Chris, he's, like, bigger than the hallway, man. How'd I dodge that zombie? Oh, wait. So, it's just always been a unique port. I remember before I ever started speedrunning, when this game was still pretty hard, I knew how to play it, but I was playing all these different ports. This port is basically a port of the 96 NA version, so it's rough. You don't get auto aim, you take a lot of damage. It is not easy, so it was just so fun. I remember my cousin and we spent like the whole night playing it, and we just had a blast. And there's just something about the port that I like. But I've always been a Sega fanboy. Like, my favorite console is the Sega Genesis. Which, by the way, guys, all the runs on it are on Sega, which is super cool.
Mm-hmm. We got Sega Genesis coming up after this Saturn run, so it'll be a good time.
It's pretty cool to showcase the Saturn version. People always come to my stream and they're like, oh, this looks different, or I didn't even know this came out on the Saturn. And that's why I'm here. So it's cool to showcase this. So thank you again, Tippy, for having me on your show and the Hot Fix guys.
Of course. We're happy to have you here. And thanks, everyone, so much for watching.
That was real sweet, man.
Oh, gosh, we're tearing up.
I'm crying. I ain't got the Plant 42 yet.
Oh, well, then you better save your tears.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I made a save just in case, and I'm going to grab a lot of extra health, but he's just been beating the crap out of me lately. He's just jealous of Saturn, Chris.
Who would win, Saturn Chris or PlayStation Chris?
Oh, Saturn Chris would knock him, dude. Discussion's over, dude. Saturn Chris versus PlayStation and PC Chris at the same time. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's over.
No contest.
Stop it. He's already dead. Reminds me of that scene from Simpsons. Stop it. Yeah, Saturn Chris is the best Chris in the entire franchise. Too bad they didn't put him in Village, Saturn Chris, with this pixelated face. Missed opportunity. I remember I edited Village Chris and put Saturn Chris's face on top, and people were like, what is this?
You fooled everyone.
Nah, they were just like, man, don't get my hopes up. And I'm like, sorry. I like doing stuff like that. All right, so we're heading to the guardhouse already. But yeah, on a real note, I hope everyone's doing well tonight, and thank you for coming out to check out this hotfix. And yeah, like I said, you normally knife pause cancel on PlayStation, but yeah, so what happens when you knife pause cancel, because the slice, not only does it take too long, but again, when the screen's pitch black, you're able to run. So if you wait for him to show up on screen, then run past the zombie, it like ruins the purpose, and he'll bite you anyways. Is this dog gonna be nice to me? And then watch me menu too, because it's the same thing with menuing. See how it was already on the crest? So it's a timing thing. So normally if you see it on PlayStation or PC, you clearly see, see I'm already on it. So the menuing is so important, crucial. Menuing's crucial. Man can't menu, he can't save time. All right. Well, he's a little wide, so we're going to push it a little extra just for him. There's the crank. We're going to throw it at Plant 42's face. Even though he doesn't have a face, I'm just going to throw it at the root thing. All right, cool. This is like the longest door load. And I've noticed that it's not terrible, but like you're pretty much gambling between 3 seconds just because the loads can be kind of random. So I've done runs where I didn't do too good in Mansion 1 and I saved 3 seconds. And there was some mansions I did pretty well and I only saved a second. I am going to grab some extra health on my journey to Plant 42. It's probably best to grab the herbs behind the statue because of the door load times, because it's about 10 seconds. A door, if you noticed. So yeah, memorizing your menuing is important. So yeah, it'd actually be faster to grab those herbs. I'll show you in a bit. Oh, there's actually a pretty intense part coming up too. Hopefully I can get it. Forgot about that one. I should be all right.
Did you get a chance to practice this very much before today's show?
No, I haven't played this game in years. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing, but I've been mainly playing to PB, but I've been running this so long, I think I'll be okay. I shouldn't have said that. It's okay, I have a good idea. I can grab... No, I don't want to do this here. If anything, I can always, like... I'm trying to think what my health's on. I don't think I'm on caution yet. Chris is a tank in this, so he should be fine. If anything, I'll grab a herb here. Let's do a little bit of herb pickups. Yeah, this version does kind of... I've had good runs that just ended so fast, and I'll explain why in a few. Like I said, I don't want to spoil anything. Ooh! Wow, see, yeah, dogs can be a little tricky. I don't know if I'm going to get hit for doing this, but let's pick up this herb. We're gonna be smart. I'm just gonna walk past this dog since he's already kind of doing his own thing. Hoo! Yeah, it was good. I'm glad I grabbed the herb because if anything gets bad in this next room, I can heal up. And if I take a few bites, well, I think I'll be okay. Yeah, not a bad run so far, though. Pretty good. All right, head into the O1 room to grab the red book to replace with the gray book so we can fight Plant 42. What I have to do is when the camera change happens, I got to slightly ride the wall, not too much, because you do not want to get the zombies' attention. All right, that's good. That's good. So there's a zombie right next to him. Sometimes if he grabs you too early, you get the other zombie's attention. That's what we call a good room. Yeah, that part can be pretty disheartening. What makes Saturn so rough to run is the loads and taking forever to get here. Tip turn.
Did you say tub time?
No, tip turn. There's a strat called tub turn. It's pretty funny.
Fair.
Everybody always jokes about it, and I'm kind of the rebel that just doesn't do it on purpose. Sometimes I flex his knife, but that's about it. So we always joke that it can save like 20 seconds, but I think it's like a 0.1 or something save. Oh, this line's cool. Because you can try to get, I think it's possible because of the loads to go to that door, out that door without even seeing it. It's a theory, but I have yet to get it. I've gotten close. All right. You heading underground. But yeah, Resident Evil, there's a lot of strats that are involved for certain boss fights things. But this is a room line simulator. Like, you don't got the room lines. It's true. Like, that's why I made that one song up. Like, room line simulator. The game is really hard and you don't even jump. I gotta take this green herb real quick. So yeah, it's kind of funny because 3D is not even my specialty. So I was kind of happy with how much I've improved at this game. I'm more of a 2D runner. I like my platforming and stuff like that. Jumping a lot in games. So I don't run much 3D stuff, and this is the only Resident Evil I run. I know the other Resident Evils pretty well. I can beat them fast casually. But I'm with the other Resident Evils on my channel, I mainly play those randomizers because they are a lot of fun.
I've done a randomizer, like a door randomizer one time, and that was a lot of fun.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Yeah.
You talking about for remake?
Yeah, for the remake.
That's pretty tough too, because like I've beaten that before, but it screws with my head so much. I usually just do the keys swapped around. Well, no, not the locks, but like just items and enemies.
Oh yeah,
so that's pretty cool that you do the room thing too.
It's been a while, but I just remember having a blast doing the door randomizer.
It's been a while.
Yeah, sing.
I can never hear that the same. It's been a while.
Actually, something to note. So before tonight's show, when we were trying to get the idea for like the 90s Halloween heroes, I asked Brando if he had ever dressed up as Chris Redfield for Halloween. There's no photographic proof, but Brando, did you ever dress up as Chris Redfield?
I did. I went to Target with my mom when I was like 8. I'm pretty sure I bought black socks and put them over my knees. And pretend I was like kind of pretending they were like knee pads. I'm pretty sure that vest was like an extra large, so it probably looked like Link's tunic from Zelda.
Oh my gosh.
But you know what? I felt like I looked like him, and even if it was false confidence, I still felt good, and that's like the most important thing. Because when you're a kid, you got a big imagination.
Oh, definitely.
One of the things that make us happy.
I guess I can extend that question to the chat. Like, was there ever a Halloween costume that you wore of like a character that you just felt really badass in, or like really awesome? I'd be curious to know.
Even if it was delusional, like you guys gotta be honest, because like,
yeah.
I mean, I thought I was so cool when I was Chris, man, but I didn't look nothing like it. Like, what the heck is that guy wearing?
Right on.
Oh, this is the Neptune area. The water looks like Jell-O in this version, which I really like, but it always makes me kind of like want Jell-O. So I try not to, yeah, it looks like just a big Jell-O pit. Saturn Chris.
I can't actually hear any sound or music, so like this is kind of
Oh,
helping.
why don't you tell me? I got you.
Perfect.
Step, 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 step. Switch. Click. Message.
I think that's
Exit.
probably one of my favorite things about Resident Evil, though, is like the atmosphere and all the sounds and music. Love it.
Yeah. I got you. I didn't know you couldn't hear it, so I got you. Dude, I do my own sound effects. All right. So there's the 003 key in the book. So, guys, we have to fight Plan 42. I can't promise anything. He's just not a nice... And there's a Saturn exclusive death, I guess even on the Japanese version, where he gets split in half. And it just looks like he's floating in the air. It looks kind of silly, but you don't see it on any other version. And I could be mistaken, but I don't even think you see it on the NA version of Saturn RE. It's crazy. So, I mean, even if I die here, at least we get to see something cool. I mean, I've done some hot fixes with, like, Chris in the other versions. I didn't really have a problem. I'm going to take this. And I'm going to pick up this one. And if anything, I feel like this is good enough. And if not, there's a couple things of health I can still grab. It don't matter how long it takes, as long as you do it. And also if it's under an hour 20. Like that, right? It don't matter how long it takes to win, as long as you win. And it's under estimation.
Exactly. I think you're probably doing pretty well on estimate so far. Nothing too mind melting, I guess. Run breaking.
Don't tell me the odds. Yeah, it seems pretty good. It hasn't been bad so far. I mean, I did a lot of side trips, but yeah, other than that, it's probably like 30 seconds from my normal speed. That's good. I'm okay, guys. I'm just thinking about the fight.
Brando's just thinking about what kind of door he would like to replace in his bedroom.
I'm just thinking about how he's just, it's like bad flashbacks. He's just smacking the crap out of me, man.
There's so many options.
All right, we'll see if this trying to be cute strat works and he gets distracted. Because if it does work, I'm just gonna dress like this every time I do runs. Better get more bow ties. All right. Well, this is it. Don't get scared now. If anything, there's 2 extra things of health, so... Yeah, he is... If you see him on the other version, his tentacles look very thin, or they look like little sprites, but this guy is massive, man. Look at this dude.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, he's just... Look... He even gets the first hit, and I can't do anything about it. All right, here we go. I do it a little bit like PlayStation. I always just like take 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, mister. Let me check my health. I told you, man, this guy's a... Oh, cool, I'm on fine health. He gonna get it? He smacked me right in the face. The battle of a lifetime. I knew this wasn't going to be easy, ladies and gentlemen. This guy, man. Jeez, mister. What's my health on? I'm starting to get worried. Oh, I'm still on fine, okay. Yeah, I already knew this was going to go down. Okay, that was the first form. Second form's a little tricky. Sometimes they'll still beat the crap out of you, but once you see a tentacle drop, that's like a really good sign. Okay, tentacle drop, that's good. Never mind. Oh my god! I don't know what his problem is. He's just the absolute worst. But we did right. Like, if I didn't grab any extra health, I think that would have been the end. But GG anyways. I'm like, if this was like on PlayStation or something, it's whatever, and I'll be sad about it. I'm like, that's fine. He's dead.
He's dead. We can.
Yeah, he's
keep going.
I don't know. Like I went through a stage where I would always beat him. Like a couple weeks ago, I just I was like, I thought it was a health thing, and then like one day I started running it again. And this is, you got to think how long we've been playing this. And I have to keep resetting here because I want a near perfect fight, if not just like one smack. Because most of my time save is there. Whisker?
Wesker!
Chris, you're alive.
You're alive.
My words exactly.
Well, GG.
Where's Jill? Aren't you with Jill?
Oh man, I almost had a coffee.
I'm sorry. We were attacked by a strange monster. I lost track of her while we were scouting around. I hope she's okay.
I see. Well, it's not your fault. This place is crazy. If we stay here, all of us will end up dead. What should we do, Wesker?
What should we do, Wesker?
We have to complete this mission. Whether we escape or stay and look for Jill.
So I was mentioning to you that I can't actually hear the game right now, but are they speaking in English or are they speaking in Japanese?
Oh, no, they kept the English. Because from what I heard, that they felt like the Japanese voice acting wasn't very good.
Oh, okay.
And then you got this voice acting.
Okay.
So what are they talking about?
He just asked him how the Plant 42 fight went, and Chris was lying, and he says, "Oh, it was easy. You go try it." No, he's just telling him, because he disappeared at the beginning, and he was just asking him, like, he was curious what happened to him, and then Wesker was lying and stuff. Oh, I had to run away from those monsters. It's like, go back to the mansion and check some more stuff out. And he's like, okay.
And Wesker sends you on your way.
Basically, yeah. So he can... Well, I don't want to spoil it, even though it's like a 20-something-year-old game, but you'll see why. We're going to grab this first aid. I mean, the reality is, you don't want to be on caution because the hunters are going to chop your head off, so maybe I'll just take the first aid now. Yeah, I do. My whole thing is, yes, I'm going to speedrun this, but I'm here to survive. I remember there was one time I did a hotfix and I ran a range and I was just too busy talking because I talk a lot, and I forgot that there was a certain strat you do on that hard difficulty, and I got like jumped by zombies and I was like one bite away from death.
Oh gosh.
I figure it can never get that bad.
It can always get that bad, but it's a matter of how you react and how you handle it. So you're doing well. Yeah.
How you get things done. Also, shout outs to my community for helping me get a new Saturn controller, because the other one, the wire was like shooting out. The start button didn't register, so I had to do like these different strats to even get it to read my inputs. And this controller's made a massive difference, so thank you.
Can I ask you, like, what is the most comfortable for you when you're speedrunning Resident Evil between the different versions, like controller-wise? How do you feel?
I'd always use the PlayStation 2 controller, but at this point, I feel like the PlayStation 1 controller would be fantastic. Saturn controllers, I'm used to it by now, but that doesn't make it a great controller to run this game, because how I hold the controllers, I always have my finger ready for the trigger, which some people do that, but this trigger is very sensitive. Sometimes you can accidentally press it, and it'll lock onto something random, you know?
Oh, fair.
Yeah. Dun-na-na-na-na-na-na. All right, this is Mansion 2. This is where we get introduced to the hunters. Most of the differences are going to come after Mansion 2. Da-na-na-na. That's the music that's playing right now. I decided to sing it to you, Tippy.
Thank you.
It's totally not the song, but...
You made it work.
What?
You made it work for us.
It must be a stone.
Honestly, this is one part where you feel lucky not to hear. It's just dogs going, wow,
Might still
woo!
be unusable,
Wow.
I'll take it with me.
All right. So you can do like, I think a radio skip here, but that's like things you can't do on Saturn. But I love the route in this. I think it's so fun. And I really enjoy playing, as Jill without the bazooka. It just adds, it's such a neat experience.
Is the run like pretty similar to the Chris run with Jill?
A little bit. It's still like easier in terms of like, because you only have to fight one form with Plant 42, and then I feel like he's not as aggressive. Like, it's just because you're set up for it.
Okay.
Ooh, too slow, Mr. Hunter. Maybe you should get faster.
What are they? Monsters? Rebecca! Is she still in the house?
Yeah, you left her here. All right, the first book to get to the lab. The Eagle Medal, and then we get the Wolf Medal down in the mining area. Now we gotta fight Jan. So PC, Jan has the most health. PlayStation is a bit weaker, and I think Saturn is even more. Like, the fight is so quick if you can get it. I know it's a Saturn thing, but like, again, I don't want to spoil it until we get there. But it's just like these insta kill attacks they do on caution. It's just, it feels so dang risky. I think I healed, didn't I? I sure did. Just wanted to double check. Okay, I dodged him. All right, time to go underground. Let's hope this fight goes well, because if it does, it's a pretty quick fight and it's pretty cool looking. It's one of those fights where people are like, "Oh, are you serious?" Because this is kind of a weird fight, like if you're first playing it. But I think it's morely about how you can get triple slashes and triple damage with the knife on Jan if his head's raised up. Alright. Yeah, so we're going to do the strat where I always kind of stop at the beginning of the tile piece, and then I'm like center with the end of the chair. So let's see if we can get it. Alright, 1, we got to keep his head up. 2, 3, slightly turn. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Yeah, you're not very tough on Saturn. Still, you got to set up correctly for the strat. You can still mess it up pretty easily. That music was still playing as I was down here. It gets pretty laggy on Jill's game because it's like all the stuff's going on screen, and like Barry's walking in slow motion. He's like, "Jill, have you found anything yet?" But essentially, most of these dodges are all the same, so it's no biggie.
Lots of GGs in the chat for you there.
Oh, thank you. Also, the quality looks good. Like, it's sharp. I'm actually using the Retro Tink 5X, which is, I love it. I highly recommend one because all I do is play on hardware. I'm a big hardware guy, so. And then the Retrovision cables, I use the Genesis 2 cable, but they made a Saturn adapter, so it's connected by component. It's just so cool how much has changed in the last 8 years with this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot more accessible now.
Yeah. I don't even bother going around them. You can. Maybe Saturn Chris can. I'm actually going to try Knife Pause Cancel here just to conserve health. Maybe. Do I even need to do that? Probably not. Just in case. I never really practice safe routes. I just kind of go with the flow. I mean, because I've been playing this so long, it just, I know where all the health's at, stuff like that. So if it's connected to my route, then that's what I want to do. But yeah, I can show off the Knife Pause Cancel because it's like kind of wild. So now I got to press start again and then already hold up and left. See, He almost grabbed me. And see how long that took versus getting bit? But I don't know. It could still be faster for IGT. I always think about that because it looks like when you pause, it doesn't count the... I don't even know. It's just really hard to tell. All right, there's the battery for the courtyard, so we can go down to the cave section, mining area.
Go down to Chris's gym.
Yeah. He needs to work out. He needs to be buffer than the tyrant. Yeah, there is something pretty interesting that's a Saturn exclusive in the lab. We're about to see some really cool Saturn exclusives coming up when we hit the cave. One sip of coffee left. Maybe I should save that for battle game.
Yeah, you might want to.
Damn, I need it. The zombie's kind of annoying, but we'll see what happens. Gotta skip the cutscene, and then, like, I don't know why, but this is easier for me to do on a range, and he's a turbo zombie. Range mode has, like, very fast turbo zombies. See if we can get it. Got it. Okay.
Nice.
Thank you. It's just, Chris is so, and he's pretty big on, like, PlayStation and PC. He's just, like, it's just funny to see him on Saturn, because especially in the guardhouse bathrooms, he's totally a lot bigger than the door. And it reminds me of Mr. X and, like, Remake, how he has to climb underneath. I feel like Chris has to kind of do the same thing. Yeah, just the easy little dodge there. Hunters, if you guys are ever interested in just playing casually, it don't matter. Hunters are actually, in my opinion, much easier to dodge than fight, because once you start fighting them, they just get crazy. Oh yeah, the mansion music changes up too. But yeah, if you guys are interested in checking out, like, future streams, make sure to drop a follow, because I do want to keep running this, because I really want to get some good times. I mean, I do currently run it. I haven't submitted a time just yet, because that's how I work. I always want to, like, if I have a time that I can vision myself getting, it always ends up happening. It just takes a little extra work. I guess it might be the perfectionist in me. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I linked Brando's stream here in the chat, and please do go check him out after this show, and also check out his speedrun.com profile. There's a ton of games on there. Some you might be surprised to see. A lot of movie games. Brando loves some of these old movies.
Oh yeah, tell you what, Jurassic Park.
Do your best, Jeff Goldblum, for everyone.
Oh, you talking about when he's you two dig up dinosaurs, and he's like, try to. He's like,
There you go.
Okay, I almost was gonna grab that health. I don't know why. It was like a panic thing. I'm like, should I grab it now? Let's grab some health, because the dogs get a little crazy, and I saw the hunter turning the corner. I'm like, wait, this might be too late now. But it's okay. It was like I'm just thinking of the, optimized speedrun route for this. But yeah, we can grab some health in the courtyard. Because something, I never knew it was a thing until I died from it. But, there's gonna be, so normally in the caves, there's hunters. There's gonna be no hunters in the cave. They actually added a different monster that's only on Sega Saturn. And I actually don't like them. I find them, they're pretty sketchy. I mean, they're cool monsters, but I don't know. I feel like they're harder to deal with. All right, let's see. If you walk, the dogs don't really get aggro. Let's see what our inventory's looking like. We probably get away with just one green herb. Okay. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, it's because I waited. That's why I wanted to grab the green herb, leaving the mansion since it's not a risk. Yeah, this section's actually the easiest one to do.
The blood levels on the dogs were outrageous.
Yeah.
Like a blood shower.
Yeah, Rich got enough blood to go around. He a big guy. Yeah, let me heal myself and do this battery input. Like I said, the benefit out of Chris is he can take some serious damage. I may just do the safe strat for Black Tiger, the big spider fight, where he can just hit the webs. There's a knife strat you can do, which is pretty easy. I just don't feel like dealing with poison. Like I said, I'm doing quite a few safe strats in this. So if you want to see like an actual attempt at an optimal run, I'll do it probably tomorrow on my stream. Okay, good RNG for the doggos. All right, let's see that health. All right, that's good. Yellow find. I gotta take this sip of coffee.
You're not gonna have any left for Joe?
I know. Gonna have to make do. All right, so this part can be a little weird because these dogs. Okay, so that's a good start. I don't know where the other dog's at. Okay, well, he pushed me forward, so joke's on you, stupid. Yeah, sometimes they'll just boost you forward. It's not that bad. All right, we gotta, so we use the battery to use the elevator, which means now we can use the cranky stank. Now you can, this is like a good section to see his stars logo on his back. I know it's kind of pixelated, but it's hard to see it in certain angles. Bravo! I don't know where this guy's at, so I'm just gonna cut right. Yep, got him. It's kind of like a guessing spot, and this lift, it stinks, man. It just really stinks because you can be on good pace and you'll go on this lift and it just doesn't trigger. You need to be in a certain spot and you'll just be walking on it and it just doesn't register.
Oh, that's annoying. This is a Saturn exclusive.
Yeah. No, this is on everything.
Oh, on everything. Okay,
it's even worse on Saturn because it's slower. All right. Officially made it to the cave, guys. We are winning, ladies and gentlemen. Surviving. All right. Now we're going to go to Enrico. I call him Instinko. But you have to go there to get the crank. Ding, 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 ding. A ding, a ding, ding, a ding, a ding. So what we're about to be introduced to, again, which is a Saturn exclusive, is the ticks. The ticks are a lot like hunters, but their decap attack, I think, is quicker. Because I was playing with Jill one time, and what they do is stab you without jumping. It's like an instant thing. They don't leap. But I got stabbed because I got tagged with Jill, and he instantly, I was stun locked, and he just does this like ninja chop, and my head just gets like cut right off. The hunter's decap on caution, he does this leap attack where he rips your head off, which sometimes can be dodged, but this dude just like stabs you and then chops your head off.
Is someone there?
That's a good stars angle.
Double crosser.
Yeah, that was a good one.
What did he mean by
And this has one less hunter, but I find this dodge kind of weird, maybe because I didn't practice it enough, but see, he always hits me there, which I'm not mad about. Okay, good. I'm still on fine health. This is why I grab a lot of health, because I didn't want to be on caution, because if I get hit in this, because sometimes he hits me and I don't know why. You just got to squeeze through him. It's not that bad. But that kind of like messed with me a bit, you know, after dying there, because I've never died there before, only on Saturn. Yeah, these guys are pretty interesting. Yeah, they're called ticks. And they look like they stink. All right. Yeah, this is where I got my head cut off that one time. There we go. I mean, you just you line up with the corner and go. It's just now it makes me a little paranoid. But it's Jill. Jill's very fragile in this game. Like Jill's the one who worries me more with that kind of stuff. I'd say I've been taking it more safe than usual, but Saturn can just be tricky. And the most important thing is to get you guys a full run of it. Oops, I gotta go forward a little bit. I've reset on this one because there's 2 of them, right? You rotate the second one 3 times. This is the first one and you rotate it. Sometimes I'm on autopilot and then I'll end up rotating this one at 1 extra time and have to reset. I'm like talking to chat and then he's just like squeak, 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 squeak. I'm like, Saturn, Chris, no, please stop. Stop it. All right. Yeah, I mean, we don't have to do it. We're going to have to grab health, so it might actually take longer if I just don't, Did I grab the, oh no, I'm good. I was thinking way ahead. There it is. We're going to grab the flamethrower to unlock the next door. I think I'm just going to let him spit on the webs. Because the way I do it, I end up getting poisoned most of the time. But if I get poisoned, it's going to take me longer to grab the and my health is good right now. I'm probably going to do the tyrant fight safe as well, because when I go behind the key, I end up getting hit and then stuck, so... This is a showcase, so... Yeah, we'll just do it safe. So laggy here, which is a problem. So yeah, all you gotta do, like if you ever play, this is a good thing to show off if you ever want to play casually. Some people don't know that he can just spit through the webs. Look at that. And you just wait for him like before he lands. Piece of cake, see? Sometimes I like doing the safe stuff because, if you guys ever want to play as casually, just do that, don't worry about fighting him. He's an optional fight.
I mean, yeah, you might as well take advantage of the kindness that this spider is offering you here.
It's not that I was scared to use the knife. I wanted to show you guys other ways to get past on that, so it had nothing to do with me being nervous about getting poisoned, trust me, even though I said something 5 minutes ago about it. But we can cut that part out when it uploads. All right, let's go ahead and... okay. Yeah, Saturn lines are just wild. Okay, so I always compare Resident Evil to, like, driving cars, because it's like, you're circling around, like, you know what I mean? Like,
oh my gosh,
you're steering.
Perfect.
Yeah, so playing on Saturn is, like, equivalent to trying to drive a car with, like, no power steering fluid. It's pretty rough.
Oh, no.
All right, last one. Can you imagine if I got this far just to get killed by this boulder? It'd be like Chris met his maker and the boulder got its revenge.
I take it no boulder punching in Saturn version.
No, it's an exclusive. He's about to punch it. Punches it back to the wall. Dun, 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 dun. That's what I'm saying. What's that movie called from the 80s? It's like Revenge of the Nerds, and they play that cool song on the keyboard. Dun, 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 dun. I'm trying to think what that movie's called.
I haven't seen it. Maybe someone in the chat knows.
I know they probably know. I was about to ask you. It's Revenge. Is it Revenge of the Nerds?
I'm surprised because you're like such a horror movie buff.
Well, that one's not a scary movie. It's just like a comedy. I remember watching it like years ago. I think it was pretty good. Revenge of the Nerds.
Okay. I don't know. Anyone seen it?
I don't even know why. It has nothing to do with the music in this game. Maybe it's a comfort song because all the stuff I just dealt with. Maybe I'm not over that Plant 42 fight yet. We just grabbed the book. We don't have to go behind the boulder, which is an MO disc. You need 3 MO discs total to save the, to get good ending, Well, you still wouldn't get technically good ending, but if I wanted to save Jill, In Chris's scenario, I need 3 MO disc. But I just run any percent, because if you think about it, I run any percent on PlayStation for original, arrange, both characters and this, which is a total of 6 categories. I just, at this point where I run too much stuff, it's kind of hard to keep up. All right, we're heading to the lab.
And in an update from chat, it is, I guess, Revenge of the Nerds 2.
Okay.
And,
it's 2. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, but apparently does not hold up very well.
Well, thank you. Now I was about to watch it tonight. Thank you for saving me an hour and a half of my time.
Now you can just watch the ending and be okay with it.
I'm just going to YouTube the song. Everybody clap your hands. It's like some guy's wearing like a Thriller jacket.
Oh, yeah.
Dun, dun. Okay, I got to focus on the run. I got to stop singing that song. And it stuck in my head. All right, cool. We're heading to the lab, guys. Are we looking pretty good on time as well?
Yeah, we should. Yeah, we're totally good on time.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'd say it's about like a minute worth of like... Yeah, a minute of... with the Plant 42. So yeah, when you guys see how like mean that guy is... I'm trying to get like on my run, I want to get a near perfect fight, if not a perfect fight there. But then you got to get the rest of the run. And what I do with I would say it's the best strat to do on Saturn because all the lag, but you pretty much get poisoned by Black Tiger. And then towards the end, you have to like not get hit once because if you're a poison, you go all the way on danger. Poison can't kill you, and it's a one-hit kill from like here on out. Real fun stuff. I need to get my handgun again. And we need 2 clips because you guys are about to see a new exclusive. Technically, I didn't need 2 clips. I just needed 1. I don't know why. Actually, it's good to be safe. That was actually a smart move.
So, Brando, what would you say are some of like the main differences between the other versions of Resident Evil and the Saturn version? Someone is
all right.
inquiring.
So you got the original '96 version, which is just the original game, and then you got Director's Cut. There's 2 Director's Cuts, which Director's Cut to me is by far the best port. There's other people can argue other ones, but this is just my opinion. Director's Cut '97 has the original soundtrack. And it has a range mode, training mode, all that stuff. And it has the auto aim, whether you want to turn it on or off. And a range mode is a whole different experience. So, God, typing in this is like, this is how fast I type. I told you.
This is actually accurate for Brando's typing.
I type just like Chris. That's me talking to people on Discord. I said, I'm not much of a texter. Here's why. So in '98 they released DualShock, which people know as the farting clown music, all that stuff. Which that port does have a few good songs, to be fair. It just has a lot of bad ones too. Mole. M-O-L-E. That spells moon. That was a Stand reference. Stephen King's The Stand. Oh, I still got a little more coffee. Nice.
No, save it for Jill. Don't. Okay.
I got a drop left. I think that'll do the trick. Might need it for the Tyrant, though. I should have mixed it with some more decaf, I've been trying to go decaf lately.
Just make your favorite mixture. It's tea and coffee together.
You guys ever, I think they call it Copacham, at least that's how I say it. But if you mix a black tea bag with black coffee, give it a shot. It's amazing.
Don't listen to him.
Tippy always messages me. She's like, this
him.
is so good. I'm glad you introduced this stuff to me a year ago. I can't stop drinking. And I'm like, well, be careful. It's pretty strong.
Brando is a trickster. I actually did make it, and it was terrible.
What's worse, though? I got to ask Tippy this, because, we hung out, we're friends, the GDQ events. What was worse, the Copacham tea mixed with black coffee or Coffee Raymond?
Don't tell. This is the story that will haunt me forever. Making or heating like leftover soup or something like in the coffee maker, and then having like coffee ramen.
No, it was the best prank that wasn't even intentional. I didn't do it on purpose. I ended up making, you know how you put like the Keurigs and you put the, you know, the pod thing in there?
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, I'm gonna have some coffee. And I was like, you know what, I'll just go downstairs and get it fresh coffee. And
Sure,
you know,
yeah.
and then we all got soup and stuff. Oh, I was the only one that didn't eat the soup. But go figure, right? I swear I didn't know. And then, you know, like with those cup of noodles, you have to put the water in and pour it into the soup to heat it up. And it was just straight coffee. Tippy's like, I don't know why, but this kind of tastes like coffee. And then Cat Link's like, you know what? You're right. And I think Skrilla's like, I can't tell.
Oh,
We got to get this Dodge here.
Memories.
Nice. And then, like, the next day I lifted it, and there was, like... I forgot, man. That one's not on me. I know I could be a little jokester. I didn't know, man. Honest.
You know what? It happens.
Yeah. And nobody's perfect. Oh! That was bad. Sometimes I just stop running on Saturn. Alright, so now I gotta turn the power on to the elevator. We're doing good. We're almost home free. Like I said, I'm gonna do this tyrant fight safe. And I'll show you why. It's not... The quick shots on this controller are like near impossible. Yeah, these are chimeras. It's the same thing as like you play in the other versions. Oh, but yeah, so Saturn. Okay, so this is why I like RE1. Another reason I like it the best. That's okay. Is that there's so many ports that offer different things. You got Saturn with the battle game and the exclusives like the ticks and, well, I don't want to ruin the last thing for it, you know, like alternate costumes, and then you got like, you know, the director's cut with the range mode, and then you got the Deadly Silence version, which has a whole different mode, plus the Master of Knifing, you know, mini game, plus you know, the first person knife sections, and they redid the puzzles. RE for a fact has the most RE1 has the most content. Yeah, one drop left.
You gotta save it.
I'm trying. Oh, we gotta do the 10 steps here. I usually mess it up when I do the 10 steps. It's about turning the corner at the right time and hitting the switch instead of going over. I see like this little shadow that I always run into. Watch me not be able to get it. That was good enough. Yeah, that's what I always look at. All right, we're gonna go to Wesker, fight the tyrant, and then we're out ski. It's kind of cool doing this for like you know, when I'm doing this in my channel, I'm like, dude, this is like 45 years long. And then I like, you know, I usually just kind of drift off, but this has been like really fun.
It's
Again,
fun
guys,
having
thank you for
back.
joining me. Yeah, it's fun to be back.
Yeah,
Chris,
and again,
as
I'll
my
remind
supporter,
everyone, if you're not
you have
already
wonderful
following
talent.
Retro Brando here on Twitch, make sure you hit that follow button on his channel. Lots of fun stuff to come, I'm sure.
What do you mean?
Yeah, and again, you know, don't ever feel forced to do it. It's completely optional.
Traitor to the
Please, just do it.
Just do
I
it.
was formerly with Umbrella
Yeah,
Gang,
it's like
but now I'm prepared to
almost like a brainwashing thing. Just do it.
get rid of you
Follow
vigilante
Brando.
star.
I actually think it's really fun having you on for this version specifically because I don't know if it was the first episode of Time Capsule. It might have been the very first episode. I think you were doing director's cut.
Yeah, I was doing arrange mode, yeah. So
Yeah.
since you're nice enough to have me on a few times, I think so far I've done Director's Cut Arranged Jill, which I ran at AGDQ 2021 with Ghostbusters. So I actually got to showcase that, which was really cool. And then I ran Chris Arrange on the Retro Brando show. So both categories for that, and then now Saturn. So
It's not a bad
Yeah.
idea.
it's
And,
good
all
because
of
this,
those-
yeah.
You should
Yeah.
All of those are available on YouTube if you check out Retro Brando. Although I don't know if it will be your old username. on
No,
those
a lot of it's
videos.
been updated. Like my Moonwalker run, that one's crazy.
Oh, nice,
it's like,
nice.
yeah, it's under Retro Brando now.
I'm sorry for my lack of manners, but I'm not used to escorting men. Now, walk.
Wesker's face in this version looks so swollen. I think he stuck his head. I think the bees got him in the guardhouse because he was shooting all those bees. Looked like he stuck his head in the nest. Oh, he's hibernating in the jello.
Brando's about to make jello after this show today.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a stomach ache.
I actually think that would be a really cool Halloween like thing. Is like get a action figure of Tyrant or something and like put it in
I
a
thought
green
you mean
Jell-O.
dress up as like Jello. Yeah, just dress up as Jello.
Just or that, you know, if you want to dress up like Jello, I'm not telling you not to.
You talking about dressing him as a tyrant and then being in a huge tube full of Jello and like breathing through a straw out the top and then having like, wheels to roll something around?
For your Halloween party.
I would do it. I would be in that costume, hands down.
That would be immersive, literally.
You can make sure.
Yeah, speaking of costumes, I think I don't know, like all my heroes and stuff as a kid, like I was Alan Grant when I was like 5, which was pretty cool. I had a huge hat that was like bigger than my body. And then I was Indiana Jones, I was Robin, I was Chris, I was Michael Jackson before. Who else was I? There's a lot, man.
I'm impressed you remember so many Halloween costumes that you
didn't notice that about me. I have a pretty good memory. It's kind of fun. Well, you know, things that were like probably important in my life, just things that like. Go to hell. Yeah, as a kid, I remember a lot of stuff.
We'll join you too.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Thank you. It's probably why I speedrun so much stuff. I can go back to a game and de-rust it within like 30 minutes sometimes.
Yeah, that I think is very impressive.
So normally I'd go behind Wesker. There's a little key collision he gets stuck on, but I just don't feel like dealing with it. Because I really want to show this off. This is only on Chris's game. It's not on Jill's. But yeah, I'm going to try some quick shots here. Okay. I think he has like one shot till he's dropped. Yep. Go figure, right?
Too many Jello shots.
I'm just gonna reload now. So watch this. This is a Saturn exclusive. So there's a second Tyrant. That Tyrant dissolves into the ground. So you gotta fight 2 Tyrants, which is why I grabbed an extra clip. This guy I'm gonna try to get stuck. I really probably should have just got him stuck on the key. I just really want to finish this run. Why does his heart look weird? What the? Quick shots are impossible. He got stuck, but yeah, his heart's like just a big old block. GG, but that was the second Tyrant, but he can get stuck on that one, which is the current strat. The first strat, I would be right here behind Wesker, and it's protecting me from the key. Again, I'm playing this extremely safe. Because I think out of any RE, even a range mode, I'd run on a hotfix. This one, I want to play it super safe. This one, not going to lie, it gives me a run for my money. And like I said, like, in my opinion, it's just not, as much as I love it, it's the worst one to speedrun. It's just with the loads and then, like, the timing of things. It's definitely a challenge. Probably in all the wrong ways, but it's still fun otherwise. I mean, I run some pretty bad movie games. I run some good stuff too. Like I've been running Cliffhanger. If you guys ever heard of that game with like Sylvester Stallone, that game is rough.
Is this based on a movie as well?
Yeah, Cliffhanger is great movie.
Okay.
You're almost home free. Oh yeah, I had a run where like it was pretty good and then I died from the very last zombie, which is kind of a common thing because sometimes you get stuck on this little corner. I remember one time I did a run and I forgot to grab the key from Wesker's body.
Oh,
All right, that's it. That's the last zombie in the run, so GG guys, we did it. And you know, the cool thing is, too, I can literally... The one thing I like about the Saturn version is if you press A, B, and C and start at the same time, no matter what, most of the time or after a door scene, it will literally register and put you right back at the menu at any point in time, even during a cutscene. Cool. Are we still under our estimate?
Let me check. Yep.
Cool. This is Brad.
We have a fuel shortage. Okay, this is the last try. If somebody's alive, please send a sign.
The cool thing about luring Tyrant that way and doing a safe strat is like that was probably the best quick shots I've ever had. Like quick shots are always going to be kind of rough with a handgun. It's just like it's so hard to do. I think it's because the trigger is very sensitive on Saturn. It's like little too. I think we really played our cards right on this. Awesome. I'm very happy about this. Yeah, and I did a hotfix last time. I showcased Jurassic Park, which is an awesome, very optimized speedrun at this point. And then the second one, I remember this. I've learned my lesson. There's a good ending and bad ending on this Jurassic Park game for Game Gear, and I ended up doing like the most optimized strat for a fight, which ended up giving me a continue, and I got bad ending instead of good.
Oh, weird.
So stuff like those things don't bother me. Like you have to understand when you go into something, you might fail, you know what I mean? As long as you learn from it and try to apply something different next time to benefit you to, do it right. And I don't know, everything's a learning lesson, So
some sage life advice.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, in life you're going to fail. What they say, if you get knocked down, you get up again, nothing's going to keep you down. 90. What was the band called that thing? I get knocked down. I get up again.
Chumbawamba or something?
Yeah, nothing's going to keep me. Thank you.
Oh, Richard confirmed,
Richard.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Richard.
Did you say Chumbawamba? Oh, I can tell you when to stop the time. It fades out pretty quickly, so it's coming up. Time.
GG. 1:18:12.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. There's one thing I'm pretty good at. It's them estimates.
Yeah, that's a solid estimate. Well done.
All right, cool. We could probably just show off the ending since we have that minute.
Yeah, sure.
And I can jump right into battle game if you want.
Yeah, I'll need to change the title and stuff, but we can probably just change it on the fly, yeah. Oh,
It's up
I think
to you.
Richard
It's up to
already
you.
did it. Yeah, sure.
Oh, of course he did. Richard's always prepared. Yeah.
Right on top of it.
Typical Richard. Yeah, he's all sad because he didn't save anybody. Or he's just really upset that Plant 42 beat the crap out of him. All that dirt's from Plant 42 slapping him on that dusty wood floor.
I love how these are live action, like cutscenes.
Yeah, these actors are back. Like this guy's going to be in, I believe, a project called Keeper's Diary, which is based on the diary from Mansion. He's
Awesome.
back doing it. And then the guy who does Barry in the live action, he's actually going to be up the road from me, which I might actually meet him. I'm thinking about it. He's like only a 20-minute drive, which is cool that they're back. Great song, but what's
You
up?
gotta skip it. Is he
Yeah,
going to
skip
be
it.
at like a convention or something coming
No,
up?
I think he's just, I'm not sure what he's doing, but he was mentioning it because they're all on Twitter. It's nice to see all like these RE actors really embrace what they do and have fun with it.
Oh, yeah.
It's cool, man. It's very wholesome stuff. All right, this is the battle game. It's a Saturn exclusive and it's awesome. I'm gonna start getting back into speedrunning this soon. And shout outs to Showtime and Rayclesis and them just kind of get me back into the Saturn flow. So it's been a journey. As stressful it is.
Biohazard.
You know, I gotta support Saturn Chris. He is like 9 emotes of mine. He's like a Build-A-Figure. He's my tier 2 and tier 3. All right, so I also want to showcase this the best I can. So I hope you guys did enjoy what I did. I try to explain all the differences and the unique things that Saturn has to offer. For Battle Game, this is the last thing to showcase, and you get the benefit of both characters, which is good. And I even did a save for you guys because you have to save to whatever costume that they're wearing. And just for you guys, I am going to be wearing Jill's alternate costume that I really like. It's more of an army look, and it's like swapping out. I think the shoulder pads are like green, and then Her outfit's still blue, but it's pretty cool.
Nice. I'm excited.
All right. I'll say time now. All right, so we got to collect some weapons. All right, we skip these two. We pick up this. We skip that. All right, let's rock and roll. This is the current route. I just derusted it yesterday for the first time, but I know like Showtime and them like updated it, which is really cool. And then there's a PC version that was modded made, which is cool, but they're still different. It's not completely accurate, but it's still cool that it's on PC now too. So you just got to kill every enemy in the room and beat it as fast as possible. Nice, instant death. Sometimes you just want to take the bite because you may not get lucky. Sometimes you can take up to 3 shots.
Is the idea like to get them, I guess, killed before they even like have a chance to get up?
Yeah, you just got to kill them as fast as possible and dance.
Yeah. And dance. Don't forget the dance.
Hey, don't dance. I'll reject the run.
Are you a moderator for this category?
Okay, that's bad RNG. Wow. Wow, that was a bad setup.
We got too silly.
Probably because I said I would reject runs if they didn't dance. That was a bad. I never had a setup like that before. That was rough. I should have. It's kind of different every time. Let me see what my health's on though. I think this might be manageable. Shotgun has great spray, so you can get this in 2 shots. Beautiful. Caution's not bad. We just have to be super careful now. I mean, I could always grab a first aid from the item box when I'm done. Actually, I'll do that. That's a good idea. Yawn's kind of tricky too. Because you don't want to like waste extra ammo. It all has some kind of purpose, you know? Nice. Got to change the auto locks. So yeah, you know, just to be safe, because I actually want to showcase this without dying. You know, it's one of the most important things. No matter if you hit some rough patches, if you make it, that's everything.
Everything.
I get that. Gotta survive. Where's the? Oh, there they are. You get so many first aids, so you're good. All right, we're good. I think the record currently is like, could be wrong because I'm bad at remembering times, 247. Really good. I love that shot. And then Plant 42 can take more than 6 rounds sometimes, and it's kind of annoying. Hopefully he doesn't waste any extra rounds of mine. He can be kind of a jerk. All right, big old jerk. What? All right, we need to get the flame rounds out. Nice. It's okay. An extra flame round. That won't hurt. That's okay. We have 2:05 on the clock, so it's not too bad with the grabbing the health and those doggos.
Nothing too complicated for Jill?
Nah. Insta shoot, and then you hear him jump, and when he lands, you shoot him. So. And then it's funny, Black Tiger is just this big, he's this big, powerful spider, right? He's big, you know, crazy spray that will poison you. And it's funny, I found out how weak he is against flame rounds because I was running this back in the day. So it's just like aim shoot. It's such a quick death.
Just works.
Yeah. This is a cool exclusive. You get Zombie Wesker in this, and he's a super zombie, which I always thought was really neat. Music. All right, so it's probably going to take 2 rounds and a magnum shot. It's fine. And we get double the headshots. We're just going to reload here. Sometimes you shoot him with a magnum, yeah, and he's still, yeah, they were too spread out, but sometimes Wesker would be, like, playing dead. I'm like, why didn't I stage clear? And he's being a little sneaky guy. Being a little sneaky man. Sneaky. Alright. Yeah, it's an instant kill with this magnum. It's beautiful. I love the magnum a lot in this battle game. But I would like to go through this and see if there's any cleanup room or anything for like maybe using weapons on different things. But the route's solid right now. That's what you get. Dun 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 dun. All right, this is the last stage. This is the Gold Tyrant. The Gold Tyrant is, well, he's very yellow, but he is double the health of your standard Tyrant. So he's gonna take quite a bit of rounds. How many rounds did I use? 1, 2, 4. So I have 2 rounds in stock. All right, we just gotta keep our distance and be smart. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could have got him there, but let's just be safe about it. Yeah, let's just take it around. We've already done too good on these runs. All right, that stage clear. All right, time. Yeah, 319 is not that bad, surprisingly, for them doggos and safe heal.
Nice.
Look at that beautiful Saturn 3D model. It's a cool thing, too. It says stars on the back of hers. I love this costume of hers. Saturn exclusive, guys. Game's only $300. Check it out.
Check it out for a cool $300.
Nah, I mean, if you ever want to play it, just get the Japanese version. It's like $30-$40 in good condition.
There you go.
All right, cool. I could just press ABC and start to cut that off.
Yeah, nice job, Brando. Thanks again so much for being on Hotfix and showing off Resident Evil in a different way. We like that. We appreciate that. Do you have any comments, shout-outs, things like that?
You know, it's my pleasure to show off these kind of things. I like to think that I try to run unique ports, especially for Resident Evil, since it's one of my favorite childhood games. And, you know, a lot of cool things, like nowadays when a game comes out and you get a different port on a different console, they don't do what they used to do. Like, each port was worth buying or collecting because they offer so much different things that, you know, make them stand out. So for me to get to showcase this, despite its flaws and load times, I think it is the pros outweigh the cons of showing all the differences. And I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I have. And I like being on here, and I like having you guys join me for this adventure. And thank you guys again. And thank you, Tippy. And thank you, Richard, for the Chumbawamba. To clarify, that was the definitely the band.
Shout outs, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys again. If you ever want to check out like my streams and stuff, it's twitch.tv/retrobrando. I do run this game, and like I said, I run a lot of retro movie games, whether they're good or bad, and I do like casual playthroughs as well of some classics. But yeah, thank you guys again. Thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure. Good times. But yeah, before we break, I also want to give a big shout out to all of our supporters. Your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits cheered here on the GDQ Twitch channel do help support Games Done Quick, both with Hotfix and with AGDQ 2023 costs. So if you do enjoy our Hotfix shows, please consider subscribing. And if you do want to follow what Games Done Quick is up to, you can use the command !links here in our Twitch chat for all things GDQ. We will be right back with Batman Forever. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Games Done Quick Hotfix. We are celebrating your favorite 90s Halloween heroes tonight on Time Capsule, and I am joined now by Faust 4712, and Brando's back. Hi, Retro Brando.
Can't get rid of me that easy, guys.
So, Faust, welcome. You are doing Batman Forever. Tell us about it.
Oh boy, hi. First off, and thank you for having me on here for the
Of
Hotfix Time
course.
Capsule show. And yeah, this is Batman Forever, and this game is something. Let's say that it's a good speed run, but it's not a good game at all. The controls are ass. The enemies are terrible. Their AI is atrocious. It's built in the MK2 port engine by Probe. If you guys are familiar with that, they did all the Mortal Kombat Sega Genesis stuff.
I was gonna say it looks really Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it looks, the capture of it. Okay, so I have a question. So someone that runs like a lot of movie games like myself, it's one of those games that is terrible casually, but it's actually a good speed run.
Yes, if you know what you're doing, the game is actually
Yeah.
quite feasible.
So it's got the cliffhanger to it. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, I'm excited to see this.
Basically, why is my controller not working now? Okay,
Are you gonna
hold up
do
one
this?
second.
Yeah, are you gonna do the seal glitch where you can unlock seal and play as him?
I wish that was a glitch, and I wish that was something, because I
The-
totally would.
the
All
seal
they have
zip?
to do is just take Michael Jackson's sprite from Moonwalker and just replace it without a hat. Okay, there we go. Okay, so basically what I said about the difficulty is true in aspects of like the rubber banding effect happening. But for some reason, when I play it on easy, they become super defensive, which makes it harder, actually, if you want to speedrun it. When you're casually playing it on easy, it's like meant for you to just tap A, just do the stupid punch thing that you do for beginning anything. But with the strat that you use for the speedrun, it makes it like, holy crap, you're just like, you'll see the input, or no, you won't see the inputs because that thing was messing up, but the input thing, it's crazy. It's like double dashing a lot, like a lot of double tapping and then chaining into A or B. So time will begin when I hit play game, and we might as well just get this train wreck on the road.
Absolutely. Whenever you're ready.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Seal. Oh.
Good luck.
Thank you. So the first level is Arkham Asylum. Don't know why. But you see this flash pellet? I'm going to be using that a lot in the later levels, especially the second level. But yeah, you'll know why when I get there. But basically the basic tech in this is double tapping forward and holding B and then like half mooning down to do this like super damage attack. So if you don't do that, the enemies just slog on. Feels like it takes forever just to even kill one. But if you do that, it's you make quick work of them really fast. See, that guy's just dead.
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of Terminator 1 on Genesis. Like it's, the movement and the jumps and like you don't got much reach for anything, no matter if you jump, run. Like the stiff animations, I guess, the jank to it.
Yes, and just imagine trying to
Play this game?
Mortal Kombat in a platforming style.
I don't even want to think about that.
You don't have to, as we're watching it.
But you see the roll that I'm doing? I'm chaining that. I don't really think it's some intended mechanic for you to keep infinitely rolling. I think you're just supposed to go like that and it's done, but you just keep double tapping over and chaining back into A the whole time. You can just keep going.
Oh yeah, it's cool. You can just roll past the enemies.
Yeah. So certain sections of this game, you have to defeat all the enemies in order for like the checkpoint to like unlock pretty much, or the next scene to unlock. And then other areas you don't really have to. I'm not bothering with the time to go through to finding out which one's which. So I just attack and kill everything that's in my way. And then if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So you see they're all blocking a lot. Yeah. Lovely game.
It's funny because we've already gotten into the question of who is everyone's favorite Batman.
Val!
A couple of
already
you
died.
have weighed in. Love that. I think Brando said Clooney.
You would. Will you help me?
I was waiting for somebody to say something. It was Diggity. Get out of here with that.
Adam West was good. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
No, I did really like Michael Keaton. It kind of has like this comic book vibe to it. I just like the whole
Dude,
setup
Michael
to it.
Keaton. Come
Yeah.
on, you want to go? I'll show you crazy.
Yeah, he's like, I'll show you crazy.
All right, so the second level, the second bank of Gotham, or first bank, whatever. It's second rate, I'll tell you that. But the reason why we're doing the flash pellet is because this is definitely the renter's trap level of the game, because at the end of the level, you're on the bank vault, like in the movie, on top of it, and both of the edges lead to death. Like, no
Wow.
damage or anything. It's just, nope, full life gone.
You must feel like you're in the movie when that happens, though. Like you're in the movie, and it's just exciting and
Yeah, I mean,
different.
the only thing missing is the boiling acid. So, yeah. If you notice all the names, too, in each of these guys' health bars is drastically different. I think you only see, like, maybe, like, 2 or 3 repeats. Other than that, it's all pretty unique.
Oh yeah,
Do
they have
all-
like their own names. Yeah.
Yeah, they all have their own like unique names. That's fun.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes they're themed, like, you'll have, like, Greek, like, mythology. Sometimes, like, this section we're about to be upon, like, the Japanese, I guess. It's like samurai. Oh, okay, cool. And then the next guy is Shogun. It's like, oh, okay.
They gotta theme it.
Looks like they spent more time working on the names than they did the game.
I would tend to maybe agree. Actually, there's like old magazine articles of the making of this game, and they went onto the Batman Forever set and like took pictures and everything and like modeled it after all the, like the set and stuff. I guess the developers were like really excited and into wanting to doing this, so but failed upon delivery. Here's the bat dance.
That Batman question was genius. It got the chat going. We're talking about a Christian Bale now, Ben
Yeah.
Affleck.
So many Batmans.
Where are they?
It's wild.
Christian Bale's all right. I think in the first one, Batman Begins, he's really good, and then in The Dark Knight, he just gets completely overshadowed by Heath Ledger. And then in the third one, I'm just like, all right, you're trying too hard now, dude. Come on, dude. The blocking is insane in this right now. I should have kept the card in. I swear, I was telling him before this. The game is code.
I never
believe is
seen
changed.
anybody block like that in my life. I thought he was trying to hug you, and you just keep pushing him away.
Seems like every single time I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna pull the cartridge out and like give it a fresh RNG set. You know, it'll be great. It'll be fine. And every single time I do that, they just block. So I'm not going to go up here because this level has like 4 secret areas, 2 of which involve going on top of the elevator. So no more fun shenanigans in the elevators. And this is by far the longest level in the game. Like I said, this is the renter's trap. This is the, oh, I'll rent that for the weekend and I'll beat it. And then you get to this and you can't even beat the second level the whole weekend. And you feel so bad on Monday morning. And you're just like, Jesus.
That's a 90s thing, renting video games.
Take that. How about that? Numbat and Centaur.
Dominator.
These little gray things are full health. Well, come on. There's another person. Come on. Why didn't you like come down? You could have just despawned and made it easier, dude. So yeah, if you pick up this speedrun, expect to be on this level for a long time. Unless someone can somehow find some skip to the end of the level glitch, which I would happily bow down to you in every sort of way. Hey, look, it's me.
There's a bounty in it for you if you can find a way.
Yeah. Oh, it just killed me. Sorry, me.
Someone made a comment on the reflections on the floor, and that is something that I noticed too. They look really great.
Man, like I said,
Oh yeah, I didn't
you
see
can tell
that.
the devs were like into this. They were
They
like,
were thinking
"Yes."
about it. Oh yeah.
They had heart. They definitely had heart.
All right, enough. That's enough of that one. It's the only floor where you have to like go over and then go back. It's one of those.
So
What?
where are we? Are we like in Wayne Tower, the bank, or like
The second bank of Gotham.
oh, okay, the bank? I haven't
Yeah.
watched Batman Forever in forever.
This is in the beginning when Two-Face is like robbing the joint,
He's
but we
robbing
don't
a
get
joint.
to see him. Yeah. Yeah, you know what I see? See Two-Face there, robbing the
Yeah.
joint. This guy's just following me. Come on, Chaos. That one gets me. Tarantular. Unless it's some like D&D name that I don't know or something. I think that's
Oh my
just
God.
hilarious.
Not gonna lie, I scanned chat and it seems someone was upset and they're like, "Why are you beating up Elton John?"
Oh. Oh no.
That guy actually has a very dangerous attack. He like throws knives that look like
Of course he does.
toasters.
He's Elton John. Wait till he starts
I
throwing
believe-
keyboard keys at you.
They kind of look like that.
Yeah, piano keys.
But I'm pretty sure that it damages you going in and out. So it like just takes away a lot of health. All right, so here's the instance like I was telling you guys about. This is where you're gonna die if you go over the edge and you lose a full life. And I don't want that because this game is one of those games where
It's a one and
If
done,
you-
basically. Okay.
yeah, if you lose all your lives, oh, see, there we go.
Yeah.
Ooh. But thankfully, there's a handy dandy little level select cheat in case that happens, because I ain't doing that. 'Cause we already down 2 lives, but
Yeah.
it's
You're
okay
doing,
because
yeah, you're doing good. I just get that's the backgrounds, man. I can't stop looking at them. I don't feel
oh yeah,
good.
man, they gotta get in that Sega 16 blast processing effects.
Yeah, they
man.
had to throw it in at some point.
Brando didn't sign up for this ride.
It does kind of remind me of something that would be at Universal. You know, if they slowed it down, it'd be like the King Kong ride. I missed that ride.
All right, that was the last guy. Thank God that level's over. All right, so it doesn't matter. There's Two-Face coins littered throughout other levels that give you a life. So
Oh, nice, dude. That's good.
yeah, we'll be picking.
Some
those
games
up.
don't give that to you, so it's good. Yeah, Faustus ran Toy Story as well. I've been meaning to run that like forever.
That's one of the
I'm so-
only ones I've never submitted.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't played that one or speedrun that one, Brando.
Yeah, because I love Toy Story. I always play it sometimes on stream just for fun, but yeah, it's a great speedrun. I think the Genesis version is the better port, just in terms of more levels and stuff.
No, I wonder,
Vastly
are there two
superior.
different ports of this game, Batman Forever?
Oh yes, they are drastically different.
Ah,
Okay.
okay.
look-
So
They look similar, but they are definitely different. Like the menu to get to the next level is like a map that gets like an actual sequence of you like driving in the Batmobile towards the destination in the SNES version. But then there's also like loading screens every time you go into a different scene, which is kind of weird. And it takes up a big chunk of time. It's like 20 seconds sometimes.
Oh, wow. Okay. In a speed run, that's quite a lot of time.
Yeah. And also, I know in the SNES one, they run as Robin because I guess he just is faster and does like this weird attack that does a lot of damage or something like that.
I actually may have to check that out. I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff because I've always liked Robin, so I'm actually interested now.
One thing
I
else to
wonder-
note. Oh, you guys go.
No, you got it.
No, just a little thing. If you ever notice that there can never be more than 2 enemies on screen with you. They just didn't have the space to put like, a third person's health bar. So if there's 3 enemies that come down, if you just kind of like walk away with 2, the other one will just despawn permanently. But yeah, that's about it. You guys can just go on because I'm gonna concentrate a little bit.
Yeah, sure. No, I was trying to think back of like we've been discussing in the chat, like the various Jokers, actors who've played Joker and actors who've played Batman, but I don't know too many Robins. I guess there was like the TV show back in the day, and then Chris O'Donnell. He was in Batman
Yeah, he's
Forever
in 2
and
of
the
them,
next
yeah.
one. Yeah, with 2 different Batmans. I found that interesting.
And
What
then
do we think
Joseph
of Robin?
Gordon-Levitt, right? Joseph
I
Gordon
think
was
Chris
he?
O'Donnell nailed it. I like him as Robin.
I don't know if Joseph Gordon-Levitt was Robin. I can't really remember those.
They kind of like hinted at it.
Yeah, they hinted at the end, right? They hinted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one was he in?
The last Dark Knight movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dark Knight. Right. I guess they
Towards the
decided
end,
to
I remember them
scrap it.
mentioning something.
Yeah, 60s Robin. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh God, funny story about him, but apparently there was like an uproar when that show came out from all these like like the stay-at-home moms that are like, oh, the metal music is devil, stuff like that. Apparently they were obscenely shocked because they could see his
I know what you
Outline.
mean.
below
His
outline.
outlines.
And so the company, the ABC or whatever television studio, like put him in a meeting and we're like, hey, like, just go see this doctor, it'll be all good, we'll figure this out, it'll be okay, we'll get them off our backs. And they like subscribed him some like pill or something like that, and he said he started taking it, and then he said like 2 days later, he said he started feeling really weird down there, like burning and tingling everywhere and stuff. And so he said he told Adam West, and Adam West, I guess, was just like, you're not taking that anymore.
The more you know.
Yeah, that's
Faust
quite the
coming
fun
in here with
fact.
these
Yeah.
interesting facts.
I know a lot about Batman stuff and Spider-Man stuff.
So, Faust, did you ever dress up like Batman or Robin when you were a kid? I know you did send us. Faust was the only one who did the homework assignment, which was to find a picture of yourself in a Halloween costume. So we have Spider-Man queued up maybe for the next run. But did you ever do like Batman or Robin? Anyone? Cool?
No, I asked my mom too, and she said that even though I really liked Batman as much as I liked Spider-Man, she said I was just like thoroughly thought that I was Spider-Man and a Power Ranger combined. She said that I just always was like, I'm Spider-Man mixed with a Power Ranger.
I love it. I remember being a Power Ranger one Halloween. That was fun.
I got one of those pictures too. She sent me as the White Ranger, but
Nice.
I didn't send that one in.
I couldn't find any of myself either, so I failed the homework assignment too.
No one
Wow.
fails the homework assignment. It's homework. I did it at home. Why do I need to bring it back in?
Exactly.
Dog ate my Halloween picture.
So now we're in Two-Face's lair. I don't know why. I guess because in the movie, it's when the Riddler introduces himself to Two-Face. So they thought, oh yeah, this will be the next level. Music's kind of slamming though. Oh, and that's the other difference between the SNES and Genesis version. This music is way better on the Genesis, and I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, Faust will agree. A lot of movie games have like some of the best music.
Hey, look, it's Big John.
Howdy. Wait, what was it? Dark clove?
I think dark clave. Yeah, dark clove or clave. All right, here's one of them one-ups we were talking about. Right down over here. Yeah. Give me that coin. One coin, one life. Ha ha ha. They're so clever. I think this is the danger one. Yep. Oops. Oh no. Yeah, there's the other thing. If you get hit by a jump kick by any of the enemies, say goodbye to your life. The one shot for some reason. Oh, that guy's gonna just die in there, so you just move on.
Oh, it's an insta-kill?
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Like I said, there's those weird glitches with the hitboxes. Like, it just doesn't give you an iframe at all during the whole time, but it also just keeps registering continuous damage, I guess. I don't know. Clearly, they failed in the quality assurance part. Oh, wrong thing. So, like I said, there are certain sections where it's like, you don't got to bother with these guys. And then there are other ones like this one where it's like, you got to kill everyone, man. What are you talking about?
There's so many goons.
Oh no, someone in chat triggered Tippy, the Aladdin Genesis.
Oh no. I didn't want to say anything, but
Apple throwing simulator.
the apple throwing when Aladdin has a sword like on his side. It's just too much.
False advertising, yeah. He's like holding the sword. I'm like, this is gonna be so good. And he's just throwing apples at Jafar. I'm like, whoa,
That's why
this is what I was.
SNES version, man.
Oh,
it's so funny too because it's like Nintendo's all like, "Oh no, we can't do that," and then Aladdin, they're like, "Yeah, just use the sword, just use it." Then Genesis is like, "Throw an apple."
Well, no, that was the thing about Genesis, like, because I don't know, the Genesis version I grew up playing as well as the SNES. I like the SNES port more, but the Genesis one, it's like you have this cool sword, right? And you're, building yourself up to like use this sword and have this like really cool fight with Jafar, and you just throw apples at him. And you're like, oh, well,
cool.
Guess I'll put this sword down.
It's funny because now that I think about it, I did dress up for Aladdin. I was like Princess Jasmine's cousin or something.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, you were cosplaying. Yeah,
I was cool. Cosplaying, and so that's why I remember Aladdin so much, especially around Halloween.
Yeah, and I remember I streamed the Super Nintendo one like a few months later, and you're like, what? Because it was all cool. Like,
it was way better.
Yeah.
So here's Drew Barrymore and the lady from
Sugar and Spice.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Drew Barrymore and the lady from Beethoven Second, if you remember that.
Wait, is Drew Barrymore actually in the movie?
Yeah, I was about to ask the same thing. I didn't know that.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that either.
I'm gonna have to go through and watch all these movies again.
Yeah, more fun facts with Faust.
Yeah, you make me want to go. I mean, I just finished like watching all the Halloween movies. Maybe this will be the next thing, like when November hits.
And there's another one coming out too, I think.
Batman or Halloween?
Halloween. I guess.
Yeah, the 14th. Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah. Curious.
Yeah, I'm curious. Well, it will be like streaming, so which is nice. You don't have to go out to the theater, which is I love theaters, but it's just easier.
Oh, I have not been to the theater in a long time, actually.
Yeah, I did when I watched Jurassic World. What was it? Dominion. Yeah.
All right, so this is the only level where there's like an actual skip that's not intended. This guy right here can throw like a black hole into like, the floor, and just makes you fall from the top of the level and does damage. But the trigger to go into the next area is literally right above us, right there. So we wanted to throw it like right over here. Oh, perfect, dude. Thank you.
Oh, nice.
That could not have gone more beautifully. Holy crap.
Is that Jim Carrey?
Yep.
Yeah, that's Jim Carrey.
Nice.
All right, get our life back, which we're going to lose on the next scene because we have like no health. But yeah, that was level 5. That's the quickest level.
GG.
Thank you. And we got, I believe, 3 more levels? Yeah.
Quick
Subway.
question. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Subway, Wayne Manor. Oh, right where the full health was. You bastard. Now I gotta save that. Alright, continue, Brando.
I was just asking what your PB is currently for this game.
The world record, which I think is like 37 something or 38 something. Which was
Okay, so
like
this is a longer run. Okay.
Yeah, there's just no getting around it. You got to go through every level. Like I said, that's the only one that I found a quick skip to like the last part of it was that one.
Yeah, any neat glitches or skips in this as well? I don't know if I caught any so far.
Yeah, you just saw the only one that I know of.
Oh, when he throws the hole in the ground, yeah.
Yeah.
I always feel like the jankier, the higher probability of clipping through something. I may have to check this out.
But the boundaries, that's for the next one. The Spider-Man game, oh boy.
Oh yeah, that one's a short one. I remember you were running that. Yeah, I remember all these new strats were being found when you were...
Yeah, they found really more strats that I don't even know how to do anymore. So
I'm not
you guys
surprised,
are gonna see the beginner run.
When you get a lot of good runners together, like, that's what happened with Jurassic Park. In just 1 month, it was mind-blowing. Like, I get it, dude. It's cool.
Wow, these guys are aggressive right now. Holy crap.
Oh, yeah, you can get pretty aggro then.
Yeah, like I said, the rubber banding effect is in full gear. It's just, they're just really defensive. And sometimes they'll just come out like, nope, we're taking a life. Just nothing you can do. Oh, no. Oh, that didn't do anything. Okay. I'll take that. Thought it was going to be like a death or a lot of health, but no. Oh, no, it did take a life. I had 3 lives. Oops.
There was a character called like Lippy Lou. These are good.
Oh, there goes another life. Man, that kick. Yeah, we're probably going to have to do the level select cheat. I hate that happens every time.
Hey man, you played your cards right. You always have the backup saves. That's the same thing I did with my run, because you just don't know what's going to happen, you know?
Yeah, you're doing well.
What matters most is you showed up.
Mm-hmm. And you did the homework.
Yeah. Yeah. Regardless of what happens to your runs, you're the only one that has the photo of a Halloween costume, so you win regardless. Oh, nice kick, dude.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to do with a lot of them. So, yeah. You would think like, oh, where do I go? They want you to literally fly to the end.
That death kick, is it like very common?
No, actually, it's...
Oh, that's good then.
They tend to do it when you jump over
Elton John don't...
medium,
yeah.
But they never really do it in easy, so the fact that it's happening a lot is kind of weird.
The higher the difficulty, the higher the chances, maybe.
Yeah, they're just more willing to do risky stuff. It seems like on the higher difficulties, which means they're not going to like block as much, which makes it easier to do all this stuff. But I like the hard run.
I like how Elton John's like harder than any of the main villains in the movie.
For real though.
Yeah, that's how these things work. Like you end up having a harder time with things that are not even in the movie. That happens all the time.
I guess he's supposed to be like a gangster, but I don't know. He looks very Zoot Suit Riot-y.
I assumed it was like Riddler goons of some kind.
That's what those clowny dudes look like. I think those are Riddler goons.
Oh, fair.
Oh, I just got decimated. Yep, we're gonna die. And it's gonna be a game over. No! That's fine. That's fine. You guys didn't see anything.
Oh my goodness.
I like the. I know that looks pretty trippy. I didn't know if I was the only one who's.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is really crazy.
All right. We're at level 6. Okay. I could make it easy for me and put on the easy kill, and that's just like one punch death. But
Yeah, do what you gotta do, man. This is just
no,
the
we're not doing
showcase.
that.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh, okay. Wow. I was just trying to be nice,
You got a
man.
little more sense than that.
Yeah.
Trying to be supportive.
Ah, screw me, right?
No.
Yeah. So you said you could do a level. Okay, the level skip stuff. So are you already doing it now, or?
Oh, I already did it.
Oh, nice.
I think the video feed for Brando and I is a little messed up.
Yeah, all I'm reading is sounds good. Yeah, you can get your.
Oh, I forgot. My bad.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. It's back.
I forgot when it's on the viewer window, I have to actually be active on it for it to show up on Discord. My bad.
I guess I was
Dribbly
talking,
booted.
yeah, in a sense of fairness, because they're insta killing you, dude. Just jump
Yeah.
kicks.
Oh, there it is again.
I told you, insta kill me. Oh, that duck.
Get out of here, fool.
Yeah, that dude does not mess around.
Oh, no. Ah. Yeah, falling. Yeah.
Hey, did he just drop and die instantly?
Yeah.
He's like, it's my time to shine. Dies
Honestly,
instantly.
I keep waiting for like a fatality or something to happen. But I guess
wish
it's not
they
that kind
did
of
that in
game.
this.
Like it really looks so good though. I want to play Mortal Kombat.
Chat's very wholesome right now. Everyone's just bonding through Batman and different movies.
Good. That's all I want.
Good.
I don't care about the runs, the PBs, the records. I just care about the fun.
It's all about
Batman
the fun.
Forever offers that. So
You know, getting
Is that Babylon?
good time is good. Yeah, that's right, dog. We're about to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fall
Funky
nice.
little,
Babylon.
funky little Babylon punk.
Sounds like a weird underground grindcore band.
It does.
you got a flamethrower.
It's like one of the titles of the songs.
Honestly, I feel like if you were ever struggling to like choose a username, just boot up Batman Forever and something will come to you.
For real. You got everything.
You know, you're lucky Seal's not a boss in this. He would just destroy you with his like musical notes. He'll be like singing. And he'd be like
Actually-
pushing you off the subway. Da, 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 in 16-bit. Where's Richard? I thought he was gonna jump in.
I know.
Chime in.
Richard knows all the Yes.
That was beautiful.
Stunning.
That is a really good song.
I
found-
guess it was made for this movie. That
Yeah,
song.
it's like he's singing around like he's like Gotham
that.
singing it or
Yeah,
something.
that to me is wild. Like, it is a good song.
You guys remember
There's a-
the music video?
Yeah, that's what we're talking. It's crazy, man. It's awesome.
It was directed by the director of Batman Forever and Batman
No
Robin.
way. What?
Yes, it was.
How do you have so many fun facts today?
Faust came
Goodness.
prepared, man. He was studying.
That's
Of course.
amazing.
He's a nerd. He's the only one that has his Halloween photo. Geek.
Aw.
Yeah,
It's
he's good at
okay.
studying things. Like he helped me. He studied a lot for my Ghostbusters run. Make sure to have all the fun facts.
I had zero fun facts for that one.
No, you knew every boss. Like there was like 30 bosses in that game. You knew every single one of the names. I'm sure you did. Remember when I ran into the fire and didn't even tell people? And they're like, just saying this is intentional. And I'm like delirious running into the fire.
Oh my god. Oh
So
my
many
god,
good
this,
times,
this
so
run
many
right
good
now
times.
is just. Oh. My cheeks hurt. Flawless.
Oh yeah, don't mess
I'm
with
not above
lawless.
the
dude.
law. I just am lawless.
Law.
Oh, that was clutch. The health drop right there.
It does look like piano keys. Is that what you're talking about when he shot this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm pretty sure you rolled over his piano and now he wants vengeance. And now he has like the remaining kill. Oh my god, the subway.
Me. Oh, that did kill me. Where you at the full health. It's okay. End of the level, thank God. So 2 more levels to go. Wayne Manor and then Claw Island, where the Riddler is.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Intruder. I don't know if the flash pellets are necessary on this, but I'm taking them for good luck because this game is jinxed. I stand by that. It doesn't want you to win. Like, if it just decides, like, it's like, you know what? No, like, you need to game over. It just does it. I know it's not making it very appealing for the speedrun.
No, you're doing great.
No, yeah, I'm just watching, dude. I never seen this before, so it's kind of interesting.
Oh, Jennings!
I just like
Hello,
those
mate.
those stiff straight punches, man.
You don't like them?
Oh, I don't
all the
like
fashion.
him. I don't like him. I love him. He just looks like he has little T-Rex arms. little T-Rex Batman jabs.
And I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that a few of the actors for this, for the modeling of the games, was actually the stunt doubles for the actual movie.
Oh.
Well, that's some cool extra work.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I wonder if they played it and they're like, well, this is not what we expected. They had one guy's like, why do I look like Elton John?
Little secret area right here with Alfie, but we got another life.
I always think about the Batman cartoon show in the 90s. I thought it was so good.
Me too.
I thought the Riddler in that looked awesome.
Me too.
I remember the action figure came out and I was trying to get it and I never did.
Me too.
Really?
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
He was such a cool figure. Him and Robin were just really cool figures.
I had like 5 iterations of Batman and like no
Like
one
no
else.
Riddler.
No Riddler. No
Did you
Two-Face.
have a bunch of Batmans just beating the crap out of each other?
Yeah, pretty much.
You're like, this
They all
would have been
different,
better if I
colored,
had
like,
Riddler.
Bat logos and like themes. So like one was like gold, one was like a darker gray, one was the normal one with the yellow around it.
So is Spider-Man the next game on the list?
Yes, that one's
yeah.
significantly
Nice.
shorter though. Thank God. This guy is hugely aggro right now. Whatever.
Speaking
you're
of-
dead now.
Oh, nice, the Batmobile. Oh, you can't even go in it. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, we can in our mind.
Oh, all right, yeah, that works too. All you gotta do is have an imagination.
You're playing that game too much. Go outside.
Look, I have the Batmobile though.
You got a Batmobile outside too. Now go.
We
I'm
have
a
the
big
Batmobile
Batman
at
fan.
home.
Yeah. You don't need any more Batmobiles.
The Batmobile at home, and it's a picture of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a lot
Poster
of
on the garage wall.
we had a lot of like Mr. Freeze action figures around, a bunch of different variations of the Mr. Freeze.
They weren't
from the
very.
animated series. He was sick in that one. I always felt so bad for him. They really played into like his character well in the animated series.
Yeah, it was a cool design in the series.
Figures in the 90s were fantastic. I was happy I grew up around that time. I mean, they weren't like super articulate or detailed like they are now. It's just something like cool about them, you know? Kenner was a good company for that kind of stuff. And they had like a lot of cool Batman figures, Jurassic Park figures, Sewer Shark, you name it.
Did you sell all of those that you had recently?
Oh, I sold a bunch to collect the new line. Sell some to
see.
replace some. Yeah, no, I got rid of like half of my stuff, but it's refreshing.
Oh, yeah. Sorting through things makes you feel better.
Yeah, I learned a lot through eBay too. All positive feedback.
There you go.
Now, you packed this thing very well, and I said, thank you. Nice to see you.
Oh my lord.
I'm actually guilty of packing like I guess it was made out of like porcelain or some kind of Tomb Raider action figure that was not packaged well and it broke in transit.
Ooh.
Bad stars for me.
Confession online.
I was gonna say too, did you get a Fragile sticker on it?
It's been a while. I don't remember, but I remember writing Fragile on the box, so maybe it wasn't my fault.
I usually get them to put the Fragile sticker. It just depends on the post office too, man. Some of them can be looks like they drop kick your boxes.
All right, so here's the last level, Claw Island. It's
Claw
fun.
Island, let's go.
Oh yeah, this
Riddle
one
me
looks good.
this. Riddle
Shane.
me that. Come back, Shane. Man, these guys in the yellow suits have been dinglings the whole time.
Yeah, it's just
Stuart.
they have like the worst block, but they tend to be like the most effective in terms of hitting you back quickly. Okay, that guy just.
Iggy.
Do any of the names repeat themselves? I wasn't paying attention to that.
I think like
Couple.
maybe 2 or 3, but
Variety.
that's it.
I'd take off this bow tie, man.
You're still wearing your bow tie.
Yeah, I was like, my neck feels a bit tight.
My neck feel like I got something
Wait.
on it.
I
This
feel
guy's
like
name
I
is
got.
Pringle.
Oh, nice. You're gonna get rocked by Pringles, man.
Oh
Or
man.
potato chips at you.
Come on, Jeremy.
What's my cousin's
Oh
name?
my lord.
Wait, is it really?
Yeah, did Jeremy just...
That's awesome.
Guy's name was Remington. Okay, so here's where the level gets kind of scary because the platforms are going to start exploding and making way for like these like rocks, and they are insta kills for everything. So we're going to try and use them, but try and not die.
A classic Jeremy.
Die.
You know, I gotta say the quality looks still pretty good. I don't know if what you're on as well. Is it a retro tank as well?
Yes, I have a RetroTink 2X Pro with HD RetroVision cables.
Okay, yeah, it looks good, man. That's the way to go.
I do not have the 5X. My wallet screams no.
Yeah. When I think about it, it's like still like it is pricey, but 300 is definitely worth it. It's crazy how awesome that thing is.
I just gotta save up the money.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you
I'm
got
not-
this one. It's not
it's
like any rush because this still looks good, man. As long as you
It's
got
just
them
one of those
RetroVision
things.
cables.
Yeah.
Well, you got the Genesis ones. Those are kind of hard to get. Same with Super Nintendo. So
Okay, so we gotta activate these light boxes. If you stay on them, they just stay active, so...
nice.
But, yeah, this whole section is kind of booty if you don't know what to do. And the last one. We're in it. Okay, so... Oh, of course you did that stupid attack right off the bat.
Is that Riddler's ghost?
Hologram 1.
Oh,
Hologram 2.
there's so much going on. It's like raining question marks.
Question mark city, baby.
I was gonna say that about like logos for Batman. Like I do really like this like question mark bat symbol mashup for Batman Forever. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, uppercut right to the junk.
You gotta respect Two Face's commitment. Like he got like a half and half suit. Love it.
Okay, so this guy is annoying.
Ooh.
It's called the Big Riddle, and he's claymation, like Goro.
You're looking like Gumby, dude.
This is the only strat I know that works on this guy, and it doesn't even work.
Look at his walk
all the time.
animation. Looks like he's running, but he's going so slow. Run
He
walking.
kind of looks like Earthworm Jim a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
He's
Don't
a
do
good
the ground
example if you work out not to skip leg day.
stop. Oh, thank God. He did the health boost.
Johnny Bravo.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he got that Johnny Bravo body type.
Hey there, pretty mama.
We didn't hype this enough. We weren't like, get ready for the big riddle, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you did now, so that was good.
Give you a big riddle. It's called this uppercut.
Yeah, get him fast. Yeah, you tell him. You uppercut him again. Yeah, you uppercut him, man. You get him
Oh
good.
my God, he did the health boost. What a jerk. When he does that like flex, sometimes he'll get like some health, sometimes a full health. It's just random. I hate it.
I like how you're just straight up uppercutting his butt when he's about to sit on you. You just
Shut your
constantly give him
butt.
Charlie horses and shut your butt. Basically what you're doing. MacGruber uppercut. Shut your butt.
Thank
I like how
God.
that's still a running meme after like 3 years.
He'll never
Gosh.
Yeah, it's so good. I think at the time that everybody tweeted it at GDQ. It's all over the Twitter feed. Shut your butt.
die. All right, so yeah, that's time. Whee!
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
GG.
You
Good
saved
stuff.
Nicole
It's over.
Kidman, I think, maybe.
Yeah, her stunt double.
Yeah, her stunt double.
So we're
well,
gonna see.
GG.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was Batman Forever. Whoa.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, great job on Batman Forever. We are, I guess, gonna set up for Spider-Man now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
So, do we need a little time to set this up, or?
Nah, I mean, if you just change the title on your end, I can just set it up right now. It's
Okay,
just
yeah,
a simple
sure.
cart swap.
All right, we're gonna swap the card. I'm gonna swap the dashboard. And,
Now this run. Whew.
Oh, I think Richard might have already changed it for me.
Oh, nice.
Okay, well then, yeah, I guess
He's
we-
like a ninja. He's so quiet, but he gets it. He doesn't even tell us he does. He's so quick.
He's so quick. And
Yeah, he's too busy muted listening to Seal on loop. Getting work
I
done.
can never tell if anyone can hear Richard singing "Kiss from a Rose" or if it's just
Nah, he's
us.
just singing it on his
I
own.
think it's just us, and I hope it'd be so good if they did, though.
Everyone's
oh my God.
missing out on the musical stylings of Richard.
Yeah, he's
Like-
an amazing singer. I got goosebumps.
All right, so Spider-Man. How are we feeling about this
Yeah.
one, Faust? Good job on Batman Forever. You know, there was a little bit of problems that you ran into, but you handled it well. We weren't too much overestimate, so good job on that. But yeah,
Yeah,
Peter Parker.
thank you. Yeah, this one is. You guys are gonna see. There's lots of glitches in this, and like I
Oh,
said,
yes.
the new routes have glitches that I don't even know how to do. I was trying to learn them and trying to find out how to do them, but can't really find how they figured it out. But I'm waiting. I gotta contact A-Frame. He's the most recent person to learn this run with the newer stuff. So I just got to get in contact with him.
Nice.
But
yeah, maybe he can shed some light on the subject.
yeah, but so far,
Spider-Man.
other than that, you guys are going to see the run that I routed for this game 2 years ago. No one ran this game on the Genesis. It was just on the Super Nintendo. And
That's
it's
so
another
fresh,
instance
though,
of,
man.
Yeah, that's super cool.
To route and do those
Yeah.
things, it's always the best time.
Yeah, and it's one of those instances where the Genesis and SNES version are drastically different. This one, Wolverine Adamantium Rage, Batman Forever, there's a bunch of other ones, but yeah, you guys are gonna see, and timer will begin when I hit start. So
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
3, 2, 1, go. So this is on normal, so we're gonna get all the levels, and easy, it skips like 3 scenes.
That's rough.
And we're going to try and get this first little clip here. Oh, we didn't get it. You can kind of just air kick right into that area and clip through the wall if you do it just right, but I bonked my head on the ceiling, so no do.
After Batman, it's making this game look smooth like Sonic.
Which is actually what's coming up after Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Sonic 1 and 2. Hey.
Yeah, what a segue. Here's Dr. Octopus. Dr. Ock. Oh no, he did the
Attack
butthole
the
kill.
dock, man. Tell him to knock it off.
There we go. Usually just 2 of those lightning grenades will do it, but he pulled a butthole.
Yeah.
So we're going to try one trick right now. This is the newer version of it, and if it doesn't work, we'll just go back to the old strat. This is like the upside down, like, wall stuff.
Whoa.
You'll see that again. Oh boy. This is part of the section in normal that isn't in easy. So if you play this game on easy, this is not in it. But you got a web swing through this whole area because below there's a bunch of like green goblin like go-karts and they like insta-kill you. And it's not a big deal because you just start right at the beginning of this again, but still.
So you can't like touch them even like on the very top?
Yeah, no, it's like as soon as they touch you, you're dead.
Oof, okay.
This is so nice to see. I haven't seen Faust run this in quite some time.
Yeah, I de-rusted it today for you guys.
Well, thanks for doing
Another
that.
glitch
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, you're pretty quick on the D-Rust as well, right?
Yeah, it's
Depends on the game too, right? Like you put a lot of work into it. You never really fully forget it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But there's 2 quick glitches right there, and then we're gonna do that this thing right here, the wall, upside down wall jumping and climbing and crawling.
This looks so cool.
And shout outs to anyone who can guess what is being sampled in the background of this song.
Ooh. That sound was me reacting to that glitch.
Oh, well. All right, and here's Green Goblin. So the basic premise of this game is that, you know, the classic villains of Spider-Man have escaped from the local prison asylum, and they have keys that they stole that, like, keeps them in the facility, and so you gotta defeat all of them and then take the keys back, and then lock them back up in there. All right, so now we're on to the deconstruction zone. This is probably the best
zone.
music.
He keeps bragging about the music, but I'm not able to hear it.
Yeah, Brando and I are a bit clueless with the audio right now.
Now we're like really wanting to
I'd
hear
have to
it.
put on my monitor, and that'd be.
No, you gotta sing it. I
You guys
did
would
that
be
for
like, "What's
Tippy. I was
going
making
on?"
the sound effects and everything.
It's true.
There's a web swing glitch that like just takes you to the end of this scene, and that's a new trick that I don't know how to do. So yay, we get intended way.
William Defoe.
Faust, how long do you think it took you to route this game
Well,
initially?
At first I was just kind of messing around with it because I got a EverDrive for the first time, so I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna play all these games. I haven't played in forever," and I was messing around in that funhouse level, and right over at that one section, there's like a trigger that you have to do that opens up that floor that I kind of was like glitching into. And this streamer named Rud Johns, he was like, "Oh, I played this game a lot," and he was like, "That's weird that it's doing that," and he figured out how to do the upside down wall crawling through that.
Yeah, he's in here now too. He's showing
shout
support.
And once he found that out, he was like, "You just need to do these inputs," and I did those inputs, and then we went from there. And me and him went through, and we found a crap ton of stuff that you guys see in this run right now. And then we put it up on the Sega crew for Mega 16 race, so 16 Sega games in a row with different goals, and this was one of them. And all those runners found like all this new stuff that I just didn't even know was possible, and I was like, holy crap. And it just took off from there for like a year, and I just was like, I don't even know, I have so much life stuff going on, I didn't even know what was going on. So yeah, kind of
That's
good to see
cool.
your child like be taken over, and then it just
Aw.
takes off.
Yeah, that's
Because
awesome.
it went from, because like the easy run, it went from like an 8-minute run, now it's like a 4-minute and 52-second run or something like that. And then normal
that's
with the new
huge.
strats, it's
Yeah.
like it went from like a 11-minute run on normal to like 8 some minutes or something like that.
Yeah, when it gets low like that, it gets pretty rough. Like
yeah.
you know, running
Reset
games under
City.
three minutes, like because you know you got some serious runners on it. It doesn't even matter the size of the leaderboard. If you're dedicated and you're showing that drive and passion, it gets so optimized that like every little thing can make you reset at that point. That's when it gets less fun. But
That's why I like doing these beginner
yeah.
routes.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's
it's
perfect to do for
accessible.
these events too. Yeah.
yay. Okay, so this section, oof.
Yay!
I'm gonna take some risky stuff, but it also is because there's some safety. There's a health and an armor up here, and I kind of want both of those. But you just run the risk of getting shot up by everyone here. All right, so we're gonna go like this. All right, and he's done. Yay! All right, so now we're in the last level, the Ravencroft Prison for the Insane.
Sounds insane.
Very. So crazy. And this one's just a basic maze that you don't gotta do too much. You just gotta go through it.
This one's giving me like chemical plant zone vibes.
Mm-hmm. With Beta, Master Chief. Yeah. I always think it's Jigsaw from the comics, but it's clearly not. Alright, let's hope that Shocker doesn't kill us. Yay, he didn't kill us. Whoa, okay, that just glitched through the floor. Alright, that skips all that. We don't gotta go all the way back up and around. That's annoying. So, I have such little health that I'm just gonna die right now because I don't want to go into the fight with all these grenades and use them and then die when Venom is still alive. And then, because when you die and you start over, any inventory you use is expended. It doesn't like refresh or anything like that, obviously. But all right, so here are the keys. Blue. Orange, which is this like, they're all Greek symbols and I should know them, but I don't. So ha. And then this is green. I don't know why this is green. Maybe because it looks like a G on the left side of it, but
That's what I was
this is
thinking.
yellow. You have to be in some weird spottage for this key to work. Doesn't even look like you put it in the slot. It was like all the way on the outside of the right of it. Alright, so here's Venom. First you want to dive kick on him and then do these grenade volleys at him.
Okay, so if you drop below, you just jump right back up on the platform.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Just a simple tap. Oh, I wasted one grenade. That's fine though, because I have a lot more than I usually do. That's fine. So he should be getting into this phase where he'll like kind of take a minute. And then it's only a few hits after that. You'll hear like this weird screech come from him when he dies, and then the music just stops instantly. Yeah, see, that was
Terrifying.
like the long phase. Come back up here.
He's like, I don't wanna.
Also, don't use the blue grenades on them, even though they're supposed to be like electric and sonar grenades. For some reason, they like, it was weird when we were testing this fight. It's like the dive kicks. Oh, there he is. Teabag him. Hey, GG's.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Game over.
And the game is complete. Well, that was a short and sweet one.
Are you
Well
sure
done.
it's
Yeah.
over? I couldn't tell. It said, like, game. Just
The
saying, the
wizard.
game's over.
Yeah,
love
so that
these
was
cheesy
Spider-Man,
90s
based
Yeah,
on the
GG.
animated series.
GG. I
dope.
love how they like show like what happens to everyone.
Oh yeah,
the
watch it. It's hilarious. It's so funny. You'll see the one, my favorite is the xenomorph assassin that we
Oh my
fought on
gosh.
top of the roof. His is the best ending because it's just so out of nowhere. You're like, what?
I honestly didn't expect this from like the end of the game.
It's like, yeah, we got to use that 60 FPS to our advantage, that 59.97 or whatever.
It's gonna go
Logistics
through
is.
all the goons as well. It's like
So is
Lippy
it- yeah.
Lou ended up in Ravencroft. But yeah, I
Shogun
guess
found a monastery.
Faust, do you have any like shout outs or anything you'd like to say to our viewers before we head to the next game?
Be sure to check out the Sega Crew. We have our annual Segaween event coming up on the weekend of Halloween, filled with a lot of Sega horror goodness. And we just announced our Sega RPG-a-thon as well. So we're taking submissions for that. If you want to join the Sega Crew Discord and go
How
to the
would,
RPG-a-thon.
How would one find that Discord?
I'm hoping that one of my Sega Crew founders, fellow founders, is in the chat right now, and they got that Discord link on deck.
All right, fair enough. I'm sure
And
we
if
can.
not, I'm doing it right now.
Okay, yeah. No worries. Did we
But,
get to the? Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, the RPG-a-thon. Yeah, just any Sega RPG from any sort of Sega console, and even if it's released, like we're doing Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, someone submitted, even though that wasn't originally a Sega game, even though it is technically now, I guess. I don't know. It's technicalities aside, just look it up. But yeah, let me give you that invite link right now. And I'm gonna do a never expire one too. So, ooh.
Oh, nice. This is a fresh generated link. But yeah, while Faust is going to get that for all of you, I just want to say if
Link
you did
deleted.
have fun. Oh, you might have to link it to me. You might have to link it to me.
No.
The link in chat or Richard.
Richard, it's coming to you because you're the first one on the DM list.
But yeah, we'll get that link to you, everyone. And I'll say it again, if you did have fun with us, make sure you follow Faust here on Twitch, as well as Retro Brando, who was our previous runner. Thanks for doing the comms, and thanks, Faust, for running Spider-Man and Batman Forever. It was great.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, Sega Crew is in the chat now, so check that out. And we are going to set up for everyone's favorite blue hedgehog, and that is Sonic. So don't go away. All right, everybody, welcome back to Time Capsule here on the Games Done Quick Twitch channel. We are all set up for Sonic the Hedgehog, which I think is probably the most iconic Sega character that I can think of, and I am joined by Supersonic and Joey Baby 69. So welcome, Supersonic. You want to start off introductions?
Yeah, so hello everybody, my name is Supersonic. We will be playing Sonic 1 Glitchless and Sonic 2 Glitched for my segment here. And along with me, we got Joey Baby, who's like one of the most legendary Sonic runners that we have. So Joey, if you want to introduce the community. So Joey, if you want to introduce
everyone. Thank you for having me, Supersonic. But yeah, you might be wondering, what we're playing the Sonic the Hedgehog 1, 1991 game for a 1996 kind of time capsule thing. So this compilation cartridge was released in just roughly before the Sega Genesis moved on to bigger and better pastures called the Saturn or whatever. So they released a compilation cart just before they moved on with Sonic 1 and 2 and Mean Bean Machine. So this technically classifies as a 1996 game. So you know, close enough, right?
I mean, we've been jumping around all different years in the 90s, so we're just happy that you're both here with us today to show off some Sonic. So thanks for joining us.
Oh, wait a second, something happened.
It's always a hot fix show with a little bit of technical difficulties. It's all okay.
Hang on, I got you. There we go.
Really be like that though.
Ah, yeah.
Ah, it did it again.
But yeah, as soon as Supersonic gets the game up, I guess for us, we can get the ball rolling.
Yeah, it's back, looking good.
Oh, wait a second.
Perfect.
Or not. Oh wait.
hold
No,
the phone.
It's still doing something. Hang on. Let me try something here.
But yeah, so the compilation cartridges are more or less the exact same versions of Sonic 1 and 2. There is one big difference in Sonic 2 in this compilation cartridge exclusively that hasn't been in any other re-release or port of Sonic 2 since. But we'll get to it when we do. It's pretty cool. It's a little cute little thing you do that's actually a time saver in the end of the run. But we'll definitely get to that when we do.
Nice. Well, I think that we're all ready when you are, Supersonic. So feel free to start when you want.
All right, we'll definitely get right to it. Let me do a quick reset here.
Yeah, and I guess Discord stream as well if you can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We've got a link for you,
Okay.
Joey Baby. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I guess we'll get started here. I got the demo running.
Okay, gotcha.
Anyways, we'll go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck. So yeah, at the start of this level, so we have Green Hills though, really memorable and maybe tiresome. So the beginning here is gonna be a pretty seamless level through this level. The optimal time you're kind of looking for is a 25. You can get some pretty decent speed doing jumps in the loops here. When you jump on the loops in a very precise angles, roughly around the 45-degree angle on a loop, you can get some a nice burst of speed as you're moving through the loop, and you can carry that over and continue on through the hole and just get a lot of speed to net yourself a 25. And another weird thing about the classic games, and Sonic 1 specifically, there's something known as a speed cap. So when you hold a certain direction, if you hold forward on the D-pad while Sonic is either grounded or in the air, if Sonic is over his initial running speed, and if you hold forward, it would actually slow him down, with the exception of him having speed shoes. So there'll be very few sections where Super Sonic's going to intentionally jump or run through a section without holding the D-pad just to maintain the speed. And you see Green Hill Act 2, getting the speed shoes there is very beneficial, and going through the top route, or you can take the bottom route, which can squeeze you with 18 if it works out, but 19 is still really good.
Yeah, I think I slowed down just a tad bit in the beginning, and then just trying to land on the platforms as well, because I still had 0 rings at the time. So,
right.
Which is fine.
Yeah, so this is probably like my most favorite stage when it works out.
Which it did not.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah,
That's fine.
So you can bounce off the badniks and the monitors that are sitting in trees all the way through until you hit the boss fight. And you can start the boss fight by just being right on top of them, getting 7 hits just before you land. So you get a really clean level where you're just in the air the entirety of the time. And I think that's probably the most visually impressive levels to do in a run. Even though it's like, there's no glitches to be had. You're just masterfully landing on the spots where you can maintain your momentum.
Yeah, just like that, we're done with Green Hill. Now we're heading into probably my least favorite zone in the game, but it has a pretty killer tune though.
Yeah, so Marble Zone is Green Hill Zone was, you got a good burst of speed, but then that goes in a screeching halt once you get to Marble Zone. So Marble Zone, there's a lot of waiting, there's a lot of platform cycles, a lot of, just having to wait until your openings through the level just comes up. And there's a lot of damage boosting you'll be doing too. So a lot of Marble Zone is just going through these spiked chandeliers. But Super Sonic will be doing a good amount of damage boosting up through the entirety of the whole zone. So you see that Super Sonic did a damage boost on the lava because it's way faster than just intentionally playing the level normally. And as you see there, Super Sonic did a damage boost once again on the spiked chandelier just to get up without having to wait for it to drop down so he can land on it. He can just take the damage boost and just get up to the top of the area there, which is really helpful for speeding through that part.
Yeah, you can actually get a much faster time than what I did there. There is a quicker cycle you can actually catch, which saves about 6 seconds, but it does revolve around getting catching a 0 cycle, so to speak, since we got the first cycle there. Aside from that, just having really good movement and then trying not to get crushed from the blocks above and whatnot.
Right. Yeah, and I believe this section here with the lava, these moving platforms that goes back and forth are global cycles. So let me talk about the cycles here. So there's 2 type of cycles that Sonic certain platforms abide by. So global cycles means that these are platforms that are moving from the start of the level. And basically, if you approach these specific cycles at a certain time limit, you would know exactly where they'll end up based on just how fast you get there, because they are moving at a consistent speed throughout the level. And there's also screen-based cycles, which activates as soon as Sonic gets in close proximity of them, which in case is the spike cylinders. So once Sonic gets really close, that's more or less when the movement of the spike cylinders, chandeliers, start moving. So as long as you can just get there at a certain time, you'll just know when they'll end up. A lot of different cycles play a good role in just optimizing these stages.
Yeah,
I didn't
unfortunately,
realize there were global cycles. That's cool.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I did miss catching that spike chandelier. It is very possible to catch it if you do precise jumps, but I bonked into a step there, so I ended up missing it. So I had to kind of wait for it to come back down, which cost a couple seconds. But
so Marble 3 is probably one of the few stages I can think of where optimally is you just have to wait for this block to come up. So you're just sitting there doing nothing. There's really no way to speed this up that which doesn't revolve doing a glitch. Which I guess I can mention that the glitch route for Marble Zone is just level wrapping 2 out of the 3 acts of the zone, which beats the stage in like 11 seconds or 20 seconds or so. Level wrapping involves going really fast to the left screen boundary and just ending up to the far right of the stage, so you don't even have to play any of it. But here we have a boss fight here. So each boss fight has 8 hits. Super Saiyan's gonna use some precise hits and get the last hit just before Robotnik leaves from the left side, so he doesn't have to jump right back to the right and get a hit from there. It saves a couple seconds.
Yeah, 118 is actually a really solid time for Marble 3. You can actually get a 116 if you have... there's like a section where I got hit by the spikes. You can actually skip that by doing a frame-perfect jump. And some people like to do pause buffering for that jump, but I tend to do it pauseless, so it's just more like a feel kind of thing.
Yeah, you're just a Chad, you know? You don't need that pause button.
Yeah, who needs pausing for like glitchless stuff? But I'm going to be pausing a lot in Sonic 2, just to let you know.
Yeah, so this is Spring Yard Zone. So you saw Super Sonic just go over a ceiling. That's not a glitch. That's just, we'll just call it a platform just above the camera. Sonic has just free reign to just be on top of that as long as he gets the height for it. So you can skip a decent part of the bottom section that the game developers probably intend you to take. But with enough speed, you can just hurtle right over that section and just use that speed shoes you got earlier to just maintain all the way to the end of the stage, which is really good to Act 1. So right here, Super Saiyan's going to slow down right by the bumper and get a nice bumper landing to just end up in this section right here. This is relatively tame, since you won't have much speed from speed shoes or anything like that. So you're gonna see Super Sonic rolling down these slopes by just holding down the D-pad and rolling. Sonic gets a bigger burst in speed if he's rolling down a section in ball form opposed to running. So you see right there, doing a precise jump. Depending on subpixels, it could be a 1 or 2 frame jump to get that kind of result to bunk the ceiling and just roll straight into the ending there. But speaking of subpixels, so subpixels are just small fractions of an individual pixel that's not, that kind of just changes how things act in this game. So even if Sonic can be in the exact same pixel, he can have different subpixels, which can change whether a certain jump works, a certain outcome happens. It can result in a lot of different outcomes, and just how different things works in the game. It's more prevalent in the glitch run where certain level wraps or certain zips or tricks just don't work based on subpixels, and it's a really hated thing in this game. But yeah, it's something that does outcome and change the flow of the game. So you see Super Sonic going through Act 3 here, taking the top route, which you can get some speed shoes as you drop down. And Super Sonic's going to want to go through this section here. So just right before the boss fight, that block staircase section is global cycled. So if you're really unlucky with how you approach that section, that can actually kill you. It's really easy to accidentally fall into the pit. If your global cycles are off and you land in an unfavorable spot, because there's a death pit right below the boss fight. But really good so far.
Yeah, so far so good. Now we got Labyrinth coming up. Also, probably disclaimer, you're going to hear the drowning music in the next couple stages, so don't freak out if anybody's scared of the drowning music.
I'm freaking out.
I've heard this is everyone's favorite stage. That's what I've been told. You know, everyone loves Labyrinth Zone.
Oh yeah. Get to go slow in the water. You know, Sonic just thinks all the way to the bottom because he can't swim.
Yeah, so Super Sonic is intentionally going down and pressing that button and going back up, and it spawns a platform above the water there. So that's an intended developed shortcut where it skips you having to play through the entire underwater section that would normally get you here like maybe 20-30 seconds later. It's a really weird skip, and why it exists, who knows? But it makes beating the stage like take probably 40 seconds, low 30s, whatever, or not low 30s. That's a lie. Like mid 40s, high, or you know. But yeah, pretty good stage. But
that sounds about right, like mid 40s.
Same deal with Labyrinth Zone 2. You may or may not hear the drowning music. Don't worry about it. Supersonic is a professional. Nothing to worry about here. But yeah, maneuvering through the water section just more. These spike ball chain spikes, those are global cycles. So as long as Supersonic maintains his momentum all the way through, he can just maneuver without ever having to worry about their positioning, as they are consistent. So you're gonna see Supersonic taking the invincibility shield. This entire hallway section is filled with spikes and enemies, and it's just in your best interest to just grab the invincibility. So you don't have to worry about any of that at all. And eventually, Sonic's about to drown here, but don't worry. Supersonic's got this in the bag. So you're gonna have this little platform section where Supersonic's gonna climb backwards, just kind of climb up as it's going down. And it just speeds up that section entirely, and you can get up to the top section and get to the end of the level, which is really nice. 56.
Yeah, pretty solid time on that one. Now we got Lab 3. I'm going to try to go for Bubbleless if I can get the setup correctly.
Okay, so the Labyrinth Zone Act 3 is notorious, and it's easily the hardest stage in the whole run, both glitch and glitchless. So Supersonic is going to go for a strat called Bubbleless. What Bubbleless is Supersonic is gonna not grab a bubble from the moment he lands in the water up until when he gets to the end where he can get out of the water. And of course, getting a bubble is way slower because you spend the time waiting to get the bubble as it pops up from the ground. But if Supersonic goes fast enough, he can maneuver through the entire stage without having to grab the bubble at all.
Now I'm in a pickle.
Oh no. Okay,
Bubble dude. Okay, he gave it to me.
Okay, good. So, Bubbleless, Supersonic would know better how much this loses, but it's a really nice time save to get, especially when you're going for record paces. It's just, squeezing that little bit of time save is always good, especially when Bubbles RNG can be really inconsistent. Sometimes the bubble can just be right there, and sometimes the bubble can never spawn at all, and you drown.
I tried to go for a boss skip there. Unfortunately, I accidentally hit Robotnik, so he started going right away. It is actually possible to jump on the far right side without hitting Robotnik because his hitbox is towards the left. It saves like about 6 in-game seconds to skip him, and then as far as like Bubbleless goes, it can vary between like 6 to 8. The one I tried to go for was the damageless variant, and it saves about 2 seconds over taking damage, and on top of that you have rings, so you can take a safety hit if needed.
Right, all the little minor little tricks and skips and little tech culminates to a really hard level. So that's pretty much Lab 3. That's the death sentence for a lot of runs.
Yeah.
Until they're not, but usually they are.
I think in my PB I have like a 116 or 117, somewhere around there. We got a 128 in this one, so roughly about 10 to 11 seconds lost, which is okay, like for this instance. But.
Yeah, so you see Starlight 1. You can see a lot of momentum off like a couple of slopes and ramps. You can see Supersonic doing a really nice jump there, using the fan from the very end to just bolt him to the signpost there. Nice 26.
Yeah. So for Starlight 2, Stardust Speedway.
Stardust, Starlight, what's the difference? But yeah, more or less, getting a lot of momentum here, using the red spring from early on. You're gonna intentionally screech to take a bottom path down. You're gonna climb up this section here.
I actually learned this strat from TNT just recently, and if done correctly, you can consistently get into 27 this level, but since we had a bit of a mishap with the platforms, just lost a little bit of time there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like shout out to a bunch of the old legends who've been running this game back in yesteryear, before our time. We're talking about 2008, 2007, 2010. Folks that been kind of crafting these strats for a bunch of new runners to start picking up and learning from. And oh my god, okay, hold on. So Supersonic got a really tight jump there. Doing a really precise jump, which requires a double frame perfect there. You can save roughly 6 to 7 seconds skipping the whole section where you have to get on that seesaw normally. So Supersonic saves a good amount of time getting that seesaw jump there.
There we go.
Very nice. But yeah, shout outs to all the runners who, you know, before our time that's played the game. We're talking about like TNT and Tenebrae, who's been running these games way before most of us, and you know, definitely wouldn't have been there without them.
So I did not expect to get a 39 in Starlight 3. That is really hard to get.
Nice.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Yeah, glad I'm able to show that off here.
So we have Scrap Brain, sorry.
Sorry, Brian.
Whoops.
But yeah, gonna take the top path here. Supersonic's gonna have to wait for like these Mega Man-esque Invisiblocks coming out. Gonna maneuver through the platforms here and drop down. Unfortunately, not that low though, but you know. But you can get up there just fine. Just gotta wait out a couple of invisible blocks there still. Is gonna maneuver here with avoiding the fire pits there, which I believe the fire pits are in a screen-based cycle, so you do know where they are positioned just based on just how fast you get there.
Yeah.
Relatively good stage.
Yeah, just a little bit of a mishap bonking onto that corner. You could actually get roughly a 39 or a 40 in Scrap Brain 1. If you don't end up going for that jump, you can get like a 44 or 45, but which is still fairly decent. Scrap Brain 2, on the other hand, I can somehow get this correctly here, which I did not. Okay, that's fine. Normally you can get under all of those spike ball and chains, and it'll set the patterns for the remainder of the stage, and I would know exactly where everything is, but since we ended up getting hit there, I'll have to take intentional damage. Oh, well, that's cool. Now I gotta wait for these invisible blocks to come up, the Yoku blocks from Mega Man. So there's like these buzzsaws here. You can actually go underneath all of them if you were on cycle, but fortunately we have to take some damage boost, which is fine. This stage is definitely a run killer as well, trying to go for those fast cycles, because there's like a lot of time to save on the table.
$101, we'll take those.
Yeah, that's fine. Ultimately, you want to get around anywhere between 47 to 52 seconds in Scrap Brain. And then we got Robotnik here. We're just gonna jump right in, go into Labyrinth 4.
Yeah, so Scrap Brain 3 is, it doesn't feel like a Scrap Brain stage, but hey, we got more water, so I guess it'll have to do. But it's definitely one of the shorter stages in the run. Basically, you just want to keep top route as you go through this purple Kool-Aid, whatever this is supposed to be. I don't know why it's a different color. But after you take the enemy bounce here...
What the heck?
Oh, huh. Wait.
It just blacked out.
Oh, no.
Just crashed.
Yeah,
it's a spooky situation.
Yeah, it's Halloween. You're really in the spirit, Supersonic.
A lot of things are breaking. That's cool.
Sonic has escaped the game.
All right, I'll just use the level select and go back to Scrap Brain 3.
No worries.
Yeah, we can do that. We're blessed with technology where we can just go straight to the level by act, so we're all good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is this something that you can only do in this version, or does it work with the regular Sonic 1 cartridge as well?
It works with all.
Yeah, it works with all of them. It's pretty convenient. I would say, like, just for kicks and giggles, like, yeah, this is a compilation exclusive. That's what it goes on to.
Yeah, we'll just say it's a Sonic Classics card special.
Oh, fair.
That's fine.
Yeah, Supersonic did the correct RNG memory manipulation to trigger that. Imagine it was
that's
actually something that revolved around that.
Oh my god, that would be terrible.
Okay, so this is Final Zone. Now, I'm sure a good amount of you have played this fight before. If you haven't, then you would assume that this fight is very random and you don't know where they end up at. But that is actually not true. You can manipulate the RNG, and I don't remember the RNG in the top of my head. It's been a while since I played it, but Supersonic is aware of where Robotnik or Dr. Robert or Eggman, however you want to call him, is going to pop up. So he is precisely standing in certain spots because he knows exactly where he's going to come up. So there is no inconsistency going into this fight, which makes it very easy to go through and very convenient too, because the last thing you need is to kind of guess your way through a very tight, stressful record run into guessing where he's going to end up. So it's nice that you can manipulate this.
Time's coming up on fade out, by the way. And we're gonna decap Robotnik here. And that is time.
GG.
GG, yeah. You handled it well, and I enjoyed it. Well done on Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, thanks. So the locations of where Robotnik appears from the fight that we just did. So if you do it pauseless, if you say like the top pistons are like 1 and 3, then the bottom pistons are 2 and 4. The order is 4 3 2 4 2 1 4 3 if it's pauseless. If you do the pause strat, which you can save like a couple seconds, you can get like a 112 on it or a 111. It is 2 1 3 2 2 1 4 3 1, I believe.
Wow, you have a good memory.
Yeah, I just didn't. I don't really go for the pause strat because I tend to play Sonic 1 glitchless pauseless. So, like I'm trying to get the first sub 14 time in glitchless. I'm currently like 11 seconds away. My PB is a 14:10. World record's 14:09 by Flower,
wow.
which my PB was a former world record, and he beat my time by 1 second. So.
Oh yeah, you're on your way.
Yeah, so pretty close, and I already know where my time saves are. If I can just get a 13:59, I'll be happy with that. I'll stop grinding Sonic 1 glitchless forever, but also submit it for marathons and whatnot. But
Oh, definitely.
yeah.
You gotta give him the old 1-2 buckle my shoe and get the old 13. Show him what for.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, that is Sonic 1 glitchless. Hope you all enjoyed the run, and we got Sonic 2 coming up in just a couple moments.
Yeah, we're gonna swap gears here, and I'm gonna change out the dashboard, which shouldn't actually take me that long. And we're doing Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which I believe is the glitched category this time.
That's right.
So let me set up the estimate, which I believe you said 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I think we got it. I'm all set.
All right, I'll just do a power cycle. We already know how the credits go. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thankfully for me, I don't have to change cartridges just because Sonic 2 is right here.
I know, it's very convenient. Love it.
Mm-hmm. It saves roughly 10 real life seconds in your life, you know?
Pretty much.
Gotta save the frames, you know?
All right, so whenever y'all are ready for Sonic 2, I'll get started.
Yeah, whenever you're ready. I'm excited for this one. Sonic 2 has a very special place in my heart.
And for me too. And we'll talk about that throughout the run as we go through it.
Awesome. Yeah, sounds good.
All right, so here we go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go. Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you.
So there are a couple of differences from Sonic 1, from Sonic 2 compared to Sonic 1. So you're gonna see the very first instance is the spin dash. So holding down and pressing the jump buttons, you can get a burst amount of speed. The amount of press you input will determine the amount of speed you get. As a lot of variables depending on speed, depending on the inputs you do. So for Emerald Hill Act 1, you're gonna see a Supersonic getting a really nice 20. By using the speed shoes and maintaining the bounces through all the batnicks, you can just get a really clean level from there. And you also see Tails. We don't care about Tails. Screw Tails. But but although Tails is useful in this category, because he will have really important uses in certain strategies. But, so he will tag along as we go, but he can be a rebel when he feels like it. It's definitely a classic thing for Sonic runners to kind of complain when Tails does something that hinders your progression. But hopefully that doesn't happen, but we'll see. So Super Sonic's gonna do a strategy here. You're gonna call it I'm gonna call it the 4-4. So Super Sonic's gonna position himself, get hopefully 4 hits as he rolls in. Unfortunately, he wasn't in position, but you can get 4 hits just before he goes off screen, and have Sonic get damage boost. But as Sonic gets damage boost, Tails does the additional 2 hits while Sonic is airborne and hit stun, and Sonic can get the last 2 hits, and he gets a really clean time. Still a sub 40 though.
Yeah, and you kind of noticed that I was doing the tippy toe thingy on the capsule there. So in February of 2020, I actually did a speedrun of Sonic 2 at IGN, and Ben Schwartz, the voice of Sonic from the movie, was there. And I was trying to get all the inside scoops about the movie, but he would always change gears and talk about something else. And then he would tell me that whenever you get on the capsule, just balance on it. Just keep doing that. Ever since that day, I kept on balancing on the button of the capsule.
Aww.
Wise words from Ben
cute.
Schwartz.
Yeah, so that was a fun project that I did. And ironically, speaking of Sonic 2, this is actually the first Sonic game I owned on the Sega Genesis back in 1993.
Nice.
Also, I did not mean to do a 6-tap spin dash there. Oh god. Can I mitigate this? Let's see. Oh yeah, we're
Yes.
so good.
Yeah, so Super Sonic here. I guess this is our first, well, we won't call it a glitch. It's more of like a little exploit, if you will. So manipulating Tails there, it will trick the game into thinking he's coming from the left side. So you have Tails in a way where you have Sonic go through the door on the wrong side and he goes to the left. It doesn't seem like much because Super Sonic just spin dashes back to the right. But through that door is actually a crucial pass swapper that skips 20 plus seconds of the level. Because normally you have to go through the level going up right, and you naturally go through the level going through that door Sonic went through by having Tails open it, which would take you 20 plus seconds later. But having Sonic just go through the door normally, you can get the pass swap to just get to the end of the stage much quicker. And then we have Aquatic Ruin Zone, a pretty seamless stage here. You just want to maintain your momentum on the top. Never want to go to the water in stage in Act 1 here. Gonna maneuver here and try to get a speed shoes bounce as Super Sonic is rolling through here. Like, really nice.
This is fine.
Yeah, we'll take those.
I don't know
Get a
why,
really nice jump there.
but the ground of this stage reminds me of like a taco for some reason. Like the bricks are like the shell, and then the green on top of it is like the lettuce. I don't know.
See,
why
like
it
the
reminds me
orange
of
is like blocks of cheddar, I guess, cheese there.
something like that. Yeah, you can think like shredded cheese.
Yeah, honestly, quite delectable. But yeah, here we have Aquatic Ruin Act 2. So despite what I just said, the act prior, going to the water is actually faster. So Super Sonic can freely just hold down this whole way, and there'll be a precise point where he wants to jump. Fortunately, getting a bonk there.
We didn't get coin flipped.
Yeah, so there's 2 different methods you can go through that stage. One, getting a precise pillar jump where you bonk the ceiling and you just continuously just keep holding down and just roll to the end of the stage. And the other way is we dub the coin flip, where you touch the little flipper that bounces you up with a really precise speed and subpixels. You can get a height high enough where you just go above the surface and you can just beat the level much quicker. Ooh, getting the frame perfect kill. So that frame perfect kill is, well, frame perfect. So it skips an exploding animation where Robotnik usually just kind of sits there and explodes and he goes off screen and the screen slowly pans to the capsule. Getting that kill there just before, which revolves around killing him when he changes animations from dropping the hammer to bringing it up. Sonic can just go straight to the capsule without having to wait for anything, and it actually glitches up the sprites where the animals are just explosions or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And don't worry, no animals were harmed in the making of this video game.
Really good Casino Night 1.
Yeah.
27.
Usually casino nights are like the most annoying stages to deal with, but I'm kind of glad I got that one, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's easily one of the more scarier stages to do optimally, because once you go bottom route, it's just an absolute... you lose so much time going bottom route. You do not want to go down there.
Nope, not at all. All right, now we got Act 2. We're just going to grab a couple of these speed shoes here.
Yeah, Sonic is able to do a flipper clip here, so if yeah, see,
nope.
Yeah,
I tried to brush up against the slot machine there, but I went a little too late on that. But that's okay. We can go for the other flipper clip that's coming up here.
Yeah, so Supersonic with precise. Yeah, I think I've been confusing people when I say Supersonic and not Sonic. Sonic the runner, not the guy running, but the guy sitting. Yeah.
You're the only Supersonic to me.
I mean, I even got the shirt, so
it's like the double factor here.
Well, okay, well, I guess he is the guy like running, but like running with the controller, not running like actually running. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's running so fast, like we don't even know.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. But yeah, really clean fight there. Just getting the nice bounces there. And bouncing on top of Robotnik as he sways left and right is pretty tricky to do. But once you get it down, it's really good to get it through. Hilltop, my absolute bane. I hate the stage. I will not say things that I would say in my own stream. But yeah, I do not like Hilltop in any way. So yeah, Supersonic's gonna do a little glitch. Gonna get a half sip in this lava here. He's gonna have to take a damage boost on the lava, let this platform lower down and get a zip off the left side going to the right, and you skip a decent portion, which saves like a couple seconds there. It's really nice to get. There's different variants of that zip, which can range from going a little further through the lava pit or going completely through the whole cave section, which is really difficult to do. It's a couple frame perfects, but the most optimal I've seen someone do that stage is roughly like a 28 time. It's one of the hardest stages to do optimally, and it's heavily sub-pixel dependent. Hilltop 2. It's a very cycle-based level. Halfway into this level, there's a cave section Supersonic will get into that will just revolve around Supersonic having to wait out the platform cycles that goes up and down, and they go in increments of 4 seconds. So if Supersonic comes here at a certain time, he would just have to wait out the platform cycle for a good bit. And you're gonna take this one here. There is a little glitch you can do at the very end of this this cave section via monitor. If you do a 2-tap spin dash inside of the wall, unfortunately breaking it. But if you do a 2-tap spin dash on it, you can clip inside the floor and zip off of it and just skip like the little lava section that Supersonic just did, which saves like roughly 5 seconds if done optimally. But it holds the risk of accidentally dying, because you can zip and just fall through the floor and just take a death, and you lose a roughly 30 seconds because that was the last checkpoint you took back in like 10 IGT time. So dying there is very detrimental.
All right, we got Mystic Cave coming up. So I guess we could pretty much talk about like the history of how we got into Sonic 2, since we didn't really talk about that in Sonic 1. So as far as like Sonic games go, I actually knew about it back in 1991. I was like 4 years old, so yeah, you can pretty much tell how old I am right now. So my cousins, they had Sonic 1 on the Genesis, and they had like the gigantic one, which is Model 1. I didn't own a Genesis until like a couple years later, in 1993. So I got it on Christmas Day. It was a Model 2 console, which is like a slightly smaller version of the Model 1 console. And it came with Sonic 2 bundle with it. So the first thing I did when I woke up, I felt something on the foot of my bed. and I look underneath my blanket. There's like a gigantic Genesis box, and my dad helped me hooked it up, and I played that game for like 12 hours that day.
Oh my goodness. Did your
Yeah.
dad play as well?
He tried to play it, but he didn't understand like how to do spin dashing and whatnot. But he's actually a lot better at Mario 1 more than anything, because that's actually the game that he taught me how to, when I first started playing video games. So my dad was good at Mario 1. My mom was good at Duck Hunt, which ironically was on the
right
same
on.
cartridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So me, I don't know if this is a sin to say in a Sonic speedrun, but I definitely played more Nintendo when I was growing up initially. I played on the Genesis, but it was more of a hand-me-down from family, so it was never actually mine. I owned Nintendo stuff when I was much younger. So my first actual Sonic game, first Sonic game I played was probably S3K or Sonic 1, I'm not sure, but the first one I've actually owned was Mega Collection on GameCube. And that's when I actually was able to play the games at my own leisure. And years down the line later, I did end up getting the games individually, on the Genesis, and I never looked back. That's my story. So here we have an Oil 1, really scary stage. You're gonna see Sonic going through the oil under here. Going through this optimally is really difficult, and even just playing it safe, it has a lot of risk. So clearly going down the oil, as you see him going through the oil like that, if you just drift too far down, you can just take a death immediately. And there are no checkpoints at all taking this route, so any death means you just lose a gargantuan amount of time.
All right, so I got Oil Ocean 2. We're going to be doing a thing called the level wrap. You want to go ahead and explain that?
Yeah, so like I mentioned very briefly in Sonic 1, for Sonic 2 here specifically, we're gonna see Super Sonic land on this little cannon in a weird way, and it gives him a really bizarre state where he's going much faster than normal, and it kind of makes him interact with collision a little weird here. So Super Sonic's gonna push against that spring and just zip off the wall and just get a level wrap. So like I mentioned in Sonic 1 very briefly, if Sonic goes really fast to the left screen boundary, it underflows his X coordinates, and it gives him enough speed to bypass the boundary that would normally stop him from going too far to the left, and it would end up putting him all the way to the right side of the screen. Because once the game underflows his X coordinates, it makes the game think it's a high positive number, and that equates to the very far right pixel of the right screen, and it just so happens to be directly where the boss fight is.
Yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't get the one cycle kill there. I got the last hit pretty late, so we ended up waiting for him to do his little laser thingy, and had to wait about 18 in-game seconds for that.
Yeah, getting the early cycle is really tricky. We might see Super Sonic go for a relatively newish skip in this game. We're gonna try to go for a level wrap in Metro 1 here. So there's a lot of things that goes on with this setup here.
Is Tail still around? No, I don't think he is. You know, I'm gonna take a death here. I'm gonna try again.
Yeah, so what Super Sonic's trying to do is he's trying to hold the screen out. So there's so much to explain here. So Metropolis Zone is the only zone in this entire game where the level wraps infinitely vertically. So pretty much there is no death pit in Metropolis. So there's a really weird quirk in this game where if you hold the screen down all the way and you jump on the top of the screen, you actually wrap the screen one time. And a cool thing about that is objects are deloaded when they're off screen. And there is a glitch that happens while Super Sonic is doing this that we call slope glitch. So when Sonic is standing on an object that eventually deloads, the game doesn't know where to put him, or the game doesn't know what kind of state he should be in. So he's standing on an object that's no longer in memory, and it gives him a bizarre state where he's able to clip through the floor and just go through the level in such a weird way. And if Sonic, Supersonic backtracks to the end of the stage and uses a slope to drop him down to the ground, he can be inside of a wall, which allows him to zip to the left screen boundary to get a level wrap. And it saves a good amount of time, at least compared to the glitchless route. It saves like roughly 30 plus seconds. So yeah, a lot to that. And Metropolis is just the level wrap stage. Metropolis Act 2 is definitely one of the, I wouldn't say the easiest, that's subjective, but it's definitely one of the earliest incarnations of the level wrap. It's a really more simplistic one compared to 1 and 3. And we have one more level wrap. This is a way more infamous one. This requires Tails to have stand on the platform with you. So the way the platforms works in this game, when the platform will not fall as long as one character leaves the platform spot. So what you want is Tails to leave the platform so it drops while Sonic is still on top of it. But you also want Sonic in position on the leftmost pixel of the platform as it drops. And when it drops, Sonic is actually inside the wall as it goes down. And Supersonic has a 4-point window to zip to the right, to go left, to use that zip speed that he gets from the wall to go fast enough to the left screen boundary and perform another level wrap, which takes him right into the boss fight. So here we have, I don't know what to call this thing. It's like, there's like bubbles around him, whatever. There's a strat where you can get like really clean hits as like, basically you disallowing him from going back to the top of the screen. You can get quick hits on him, but it's a really precise bit of movement to do. But the normal way is just try to get like at least 3 hits every time he drops down. A really comfortable time to get is like around a 40-ish second time, but it's one of the trickier levels to get.
Now we could just like sit back and relax for about 40 seconds.
Yeah, after the novel I spoke about, Metro. The strategy here is just stand here. That's all you need to know. It'll be in the quiz later.
Time to stretch, have a glass of water or whatever you got.
Yep. There is going to be one interesting cloud pattern. You'll notice it when you see it. And I actually looked at it one day and I was like, hey, that kind of looks like something that I know. And it is like a mixture of Marge Simpson and King Kong.
Oh my goodness.
And I like to call it Marge Kong. Yeah, we will see that momentarily. It is like this gigantic, like tall cloud. And it's you can't miss it. Like you'll see it very soon.
I mean, I guess waiting here for 2 minutes, you definitely spruce up the imagination a little bit. You know, gotta keep yourself busy. You know.
You end up seeing some weird, like this thing right here. I'm spin dashing, but I'm not falling off the plane because apparently on the Classics compilation, Sonic is magnetized to the plane.
That's wild. Right. That's cool.
Yeah, so normally it's really easy to fall off this plane, but compilation cart exclusive, they changed the way this platform of the plane works. So pretty much you just magnetize, like Supersonic said, to the plane.
That's a cloud pattern, by the way. You'll see it.
And like if you even you do like the fastest spin dash, you just won't fall off. But that's not the coolest part about the compilation cart. So that little change in Sky Chase actually makes a big change in Wing Fortress unintentionally. So however this platform is programmed, that same platform has an effect on a platform in Wing Fortress. So Wing Fortress, there's a section later on, after this beginning section, where Supersonic is going to intentionally stand on a platform as it's about to go off screen. And in normal cases, you should fall once it disappears. But instead, Sonic gets slope glitch again. So when he stands on it and just spin dashes, he can just spin dash in midair. And he just skips that whole section there, which saves like a couple seconds. And he can just take the hanger to take the top half there. That's not possible to do in any version other than compilation. Only because their sole reason was to fix or make Sky Chase a little easier for people, and you can do that. Also, that's a thing that happens too. So, besides just being able to slope glitch there, Supersonic did play the level in a very certain way where he manipulates his memory, where he's allowed to spin dash while he has slope glitch. So normally when you're in slope glitch, Sonic is in a teetering animation when you go idle. And when Sonic is teetering, he's unable to spin dash. But playing in a certain way, he's able to manipulate the RAM. So by the time the boss fight starts, he's actually able to spin dash. So normally if you play the level in a very different way, Sonic is not able to spin dash, and you can't do the fight the way he just did, where he just spin dashes on top of the ceiling. And after you defeat the boss, you can just end up right into the end of the stage, and you can do a little stance where Sonic kind of looks not okay.
Yeah, we call that look up. Also, should I go for it?
Be a hero. I don't know.
Let me try. I'll try it once.
Okay, so Death Egg, really scary part of the run. The obvious reasons, because there is literally no rings here. So if you die, that's quite the time loss. But there's a certain fight you can do, you will dub as 12-0. So this boss fight has 12 hits. After a set amount of time, Robotnik will fly off the screen and he'll come back down. Obviously that wastes his time. Unfortunate, but yeah. Getting all the initial hits without dying is really hard. You're just dancing in between the hitboxes, doing bounces upon bounces, switching from his backside to his behind. Yeah, we'll call it that. Back and forth, and just avoiding the flame hitbox, his leg hitbox, and everything in between, just to nail the one cycle kill. So pretty much it revolves around just getting all the hits before he flies away the first time, which is really hard. But if you do it, you can save roughly 7 seconds, which is a lot for a game that, when the roll record is a roughly 13-minute IGT. So Super Sonic's gonna go for the safer-ish way of getting the 9-3, I believe?
10-2, actually.
10-2, yeah, even better.
And time's coming up on fade out, and that's time.
GG?
Oh,
There
blink and you'll miss it. Yeah, GG. Oh, that's always a treat. Thank you so much for running not only Sonic 1, but also Sonic 2. That's great.
Yeah. The double whammy.
I know, the double trouble. And I was going to ask, I had asked everyone if they had dressed up like the characters in which they were speedrunning. Did you ever dress up like Sonic, Super Sonic, for Halloween?
Actually, I did. Back in 3rd grade. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a picture in time, but I did dress up as Sonic in 3rd grade, which was really funny because in my elementary school, you're not allowed to wear masks. So you have like this human dressed up in a Sonic costume. So I looked really ridiculous in it. But then I think I was actually thinking about getting a costume at some point.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
If I ever get into like AGDQ or SGDQ, which ironically I have appeared in SGDQ a few times, but I never ran Sonic. I ran Mario for all those. So if I ever get in with a Sonic run, I will don a Sonic costume for it.
And maybe Joey Baby will be Tails, because I know that Joey Baby loves Tails.
Oh yeah, I love him. You bet your sweet Bippy I do.
Super Sonic, do you have any shout outs or anything you'd like to say to our viewers before we wrap up tonight's episode?
So shout out to Joey first and foremost for joining me on commentary. I know it's like almost 2 a.m. where he is, so I really appreciate you. Appreciate you being here for that. I mean, it's gonna be 11 p.m. for me, but whatever.
Late night crew?
Yeah. Also, a huge shout outs to the classic Sonic community for finding a lot of the strats from new and old, and shout outs to my community that were chilling in the chat. I see you guys out there. I have the chat open. I know what you guys are saying, so thanks for being here for me. And if you guys want to see more Sonic speedrunning or just any kind of speedrun in general, you can follow me at twitch.tv/supersonic_. There's an underscore because there's another Twitch partner by the name of Supersonic and I couldn't take his name because he hasn't streamed for 4 years.
Yes.
Yeah, that's unlucky. So I got the underscore, so I guess I'm like a lot cooler. But so yeah,
It adds character.
yeah. So yeah, you'll see me do like Sonic speedrunning. I also speedrun Super Mario Bros. I also speedrun Zelda games, Pokemon. I'm gonna start learning Mega Man Battle Number 2 very soon, actually. And yeah, just the various bunch of retro games, but mainly known for Sonic and Mario. So that's where you can find me. And also, huge thank you to Tippy for having me on the show again.
Of course, it was awesome to have you back. When you said you were going to get on tonight's show, I was like, yes. So thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, because oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, if everyone did enjoy the runs tonight, make sure you do follow Supersonic and Joey Baby as well. I posted both links in the chat, so there's no excuses.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you had me on the show before, and I ironically I did play Sonic 3 and Knuckles for that one.
Yeah, it's funny because when we were talking about like Sonic from our childhoods, like it was this game and the Sonic and Knuckles with the little, I guess it had like a flip top cartridge or something, where you could like put in the other game, and so that was like what we were playing all the time. It was fun.
Yeah, definitely. So I appreciate you having me on the show, Tiffy. Thank you.
Of course. But yeah, for those of you watching this on YouTube from the future, make sure you go and press the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. And remember, you can always go to twitch.tv/gamesdonequick if you are interested in watching our shows live. We start weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern. But tune in tomorrow for No Category Left Behind, followed by Speedruns from the Crypt. That all starts at 7 p.m. Eastern. I have been your host, Smooth Operative. Thank you so much for watching Time Capsule. Have a beautiful day or night, and we will see you next time.